It's go time. It's go time.
This is the path of my destiny. Come on! This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
And welcome to twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. You already know what it is. You saw EU West earlier today. We have moved on to Latin America South. I am Ringe. This is Vicious. And we are here with yet another Latin America top 8 for the Capcom Pro Tour Online. Last time we were hosting the West region of the territory where we saw LT Gray take first place and Doof Snake taking second. But we got a whole plethora, a whole new 8, a whole new cast of characters here today. How you feeling about it, Vicious, as we take a look right now?
Looking into the bracket, I could already tell you we already have a pretty diverse roster with not as many repeats as we'd expected. Now, there are only 2 characters I see that kind of overlap is the character Bison. We're going to see more and more of that as we go into each and every one of these players. We got Picaro, Robinho, FGC up in the winner's semifinals, the first round, as well as Griffin Mask versus Kyrie. Over in the losers bracket at the bottom, you see Stunner versus Dark, and then you have Capitan MD Luffy going up against Nero.
That's not MD, no medical licenses, right? That's Monkey D. Luffy. Get it
My
right.
man.
Get it
My
right.
man.
But yeah, you mentioned Bison, right? We have Picaro at the very top. He is one of the most prominent Bisons of Latin America. We've seen him wreck shop online and offline throughout Street Fighter V's lifespan. So this is just going to be another day at the office for my man. He's going to be going up against Robinho FGC. I'm going to be interested to see who he plays because, I mean, Bison is definitely one of these characters that has been running amok here in Street Fighter V, right? Of course, Problem X, Evo champion. But even beyond that, right, we've seen Dogra switch back to him here in this season, kind of shying away from the Urian and going full force with the Psycho Power.
Yeah, a lot more usage from that character as the meta kind of evolved, right? When we saw Problem X kind of make his statement with that Bison, a little bit of touches to the rest of the cast as well going into the next season, excuse me. We've seen more and more Bison players come out the woodwork. You know, a lot more to watch, a lot more information, just a lot more players in general. So it's really interesting to see how Bison's being played going into this giant season. We have Evo right around the corner for us, and we're going to see
Oh, you can't see. I got the joggers on. Oh, you guys can kind of see.
There we go. And keep the pants on, man. Keep the pants on. But
no guarantees.
His opponent, however, Robinho, Blanca player. Again, we still haven't seen too many come out. Even, you know, I mean, there are a couple here in the States, but in Latin America, there are only like a handful, right? And they're just starting to show up. So we're seeing at least one of them here on the winner's side. Really excited to see how Robinho goes up against Picaro.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to get into it because, as you mentioned, Blanca, very much an underrepresented character here in Street Fighter V. I saw Denka Diaz dabble with him for a little while, right? Kind of running amok there, but besides that, we have not really seen much, and at least I haven't. So we're going to see what Latin America has with the character. We're going to see a different take on it. And that's one of the beautiful things about seeing different regions represent different characters, right? Because usually a play style is bred from a region specifically, and then they put their twist on it and kind of bring it to whatever character they're going to play. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this Blanca. And we already mentioned Picaro on the Bison is going to be a havoc to deal with as well.
Yeah, he moved on in there into Capcom Cup. Had to replace one of the other representatives for the Latin American region. the first time I saw him play over at Capcom Cup, I think it was against Fujimura, it was actually down to the wire. And instantly I was like, yo, this guy can ball.
Yes.
This guy can play. And then, you know, just watching him grow even more, showing up to more and more of these events, especially the online events, right? Such a great opportunity for each and every one of these guys. And it's good to see him really taking advantage of that and showing up here, obviously on the winner's side. Such a great player. Just looking forward to more of the players in the region.
Oh, yeah, we got one ready up. And, yeah, both of these players, Ultimate Grandmasters, no strangers to the online game. So they should be right at home. And, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Picaro's Bison. I want to see if he goes with V-Trigger 1 or 2. One of the characters that definitely has both V-Triggers accessible to them on the regular, right? Everybody seems to switch based on the matchup. Of course, first V-Trigger still granting him access to the cross-ups and the enhanced dash as well as the special cancels and the special cancels.
Yeah,
and then
having a lot of bar equals a lot of damage even at the opening.
Yeah, absolutely. And then V-Trigger 2, you got the Psycho Crusher, the command throw, a little bit different take on the mix-up game, right? I think it's a little bit more safer rather than relying on your opponent to kind of not respect the dashes, right?
Yeah, and you got those little nuances with V-Trigger 2. The classic cross-up or no cross-up Psycho Crusher. I love seeing that. I love seeing Bison players really take advantage of their opponents with that as well. And then having the command grab, if an opponent is cursed and stuck blocking for the longest time, leaving him at negative, you know, they're gonna eat this command grab. So big switch up here. You know, Robinho.
We were talking about Blanca, but it's
said
all right.
Blanca.
Yeah.
It said Blanca.
It's all right. He's going with the Karen. Definitely a character we've seen have plenty of success here in Street Fighter V. So we're going to see already, though, Picaro with an early lead. Oh, he actually got his stand fear stuff, though. Dash up, crouch strong in the building, making himself known. Trying to check him with the stand light kicks. Just keep the frame advantage in his favor.
Yeah.
Picaro on the other side, trying to let this great life build back up. Plus frames for him now off the EX scissors.
Ooh. Okay. And I like the space that Robinho is kind of playing at. He doesn't want to be involved with the range of Psycho X, right? Because that's going to be Picaro's time to really command the pace.
Yeah, because you mentioned, right, a lot of the times when the opponents get stuck blocking, they can get command grab by this V-Trigger 2 that we're going to see activate now. I like that check on the V-Trigger activation. He saw that he activated it late off the slide, so he was not plus.
And Robinho again. Okay, wait. I was going to say he might have been able to punish it maybe right at the tip of the sweep, but still, I still think it's negative enough to punish.
Yeah. So Robinho now has his V-Trigger activated. He is V-Trigger 2, so you got to keep out for that parry. Wow, sweet anti-air again on the neutral jump. Consistent answer on the side of Robinho. Oh, and then the crouch here's anti-air.
Yeah, and I like the idea Picaro is still kind of testing if Robinho has the anti-airs, but damn, through the fireball, EX Tango.
Robinho playing very well in this game, having answers to all of Picaro's nonsense. The neutral jump swept consistently. Then one Psycho Blast EX gets met with its own on the Tenko. Can't believe he whip punished that with the Psycho X.
Nice work.
Down forward fierce. I'll try to catch him swinging.
Oh, okay.
Oh, caught him reaching.
Throw bait. Low forward back throw. Checking the sweep. You know, Robinho's really trying to get that neutral jump from Picaro. It's like the third time he's attempted it.
That was like clean punish, too.
Wow. Oh, yes! Tried to punish.
All right, side
That was
switch.
pretty sick, I gotta say. The Tenko being minus double digits and then throwing out the V-Trigger 2 because it is cancelable, it really throws off a lot of players, right? Because you want to punish it. You have to punish it. But not when V-Trigger 2 is active. The old, some old Justin Wong.
Yeah, it completely changes the mindset that you have to approach the move with. But a great check. 3-frame stand light kick directly into the scissors. It's going to be one up here in our game one. Yep, try to check with the dash again with the mediums.
Tit for tat with mediums. Picaro going with a medium kick this time. As soon as he gets a little bit out there, yes, Psycho X on the way down. EX for Sandhop. Get off me. Nice. Risks taken.
Yeah, definitely. He's already able to work the Bison back to the middle of the screen.
Nice whiff punish there on the scissor kick, but doesn't get to follow with Tenko into shoulder.
Yeah, leaving some damage on the table there. Still has the screen control.
Crouch fierce. The anti-air trade benefited Picaro more. Got the V-Trigger as well as the damage benefit. There's more damage on Robinho's side of the bar.
Man throw connects. The seed has been planted. Oh, crank that. Able to block though. No explosion necessary. Still has a little bit of the V-Trigger available.
Ooh,
Crunch
no.
counters the EX scissors. Get that out of here.
That's unfortunate. Devil's reverse, still blocked. No, he didn't block at the last second. Got crush countered. Command grab. Is it that time?
Oh,
Yeah.
super smart from Piccolo right there. Canceling into the command grab just to plant the seed, right? It wasn't like it was going to do more damage. He didn't reset with it. He just made sure that he planted the seed so afterwards, Karen would be forced to block. You don't want to press something, have that crank that come out and then explode.
I like how you call that the crank.
The crank
How long
that.
have you been calling it?
I don't know.
Is
It's
that
been a
just
little
today?
while. It's
Okay,
been a little while.
I swear I've never heard you call it that
Yeah,
before. I
crank
like
that.
that. As soon
Yeah.
as he turns it up,
Yeah,
it just
just-
damage. All right, okay. Man, this guy's leveling up. I like this. I'm behind. I'm behind the times. Am I getting old? That's crazy. Game 1, Picaro.
Wow, try to reach after that scissor kick. Definitely an ambitious attempt right there. Robinho punishing him handily.
Yeah, and carrying that kind of character with great walk speed to kind of go in and out of ranges whenever she so pleases, really.
And Robinho's been pretty good at checking the dash. He did get clipped that time, though, led to the counter hit. View reversal will put some great damage on Picaro's side, though, and give him some space.
One thing I do like to commend Robinho on is every time he sees a dash from Bison, he's always checking with crouch medium switch. Never letting him get into free. Pay for some white life, and he confirmed, yeah, huge damage off of that.
Got caught
Sweep.
glitch, or just gonna sweep, okay. Target combo into the activation now, then again, planting the seed. Oh, catches him low this time. You ain't going nowhere.
This is so sick. This is some custom combo.
That was so tight. Crank that into the hell attack all the way through to the critical art.
He set himself up. Alley-oop off the backboard.
Stun M life.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no activation for you.
It's so good looking when it's like the V-trigger freeze and his hand is coming through. He's like, nah, it's not going to happen. That's so cool looking.
You see it already drenched in the purple, the Psycho Power. You have no shot. Again, respecting the +1 frame right there. Wow, dashed into the Devil's Reverse. This is all Picaro here. Trying to catch him swinging that time. Not going to happen. Robinho slowing it down a little bit, but then he just runs into the fierce as I say that.
Yeah, a little bit. I can tell there's a little bit of frustration from Robinho's side. He's not sticking to his original game plan. He's pushing the agenda a little bit more, but it's causing him to take all this damage. They're stunned. They're stunned. Huh? That's fine. Picaro in the corner, but still in a huge life lead right now.
Absolutely. Oh, just swinging with the stay fierce swipe at him, son. Show him who the dictator is. This is his world, and everyone's just living in it. Bison taking 2-0.
He wasn't going to move from that corner. He was swinging away, and unfortunately, Robinho ran right into the fierce, and that was going to be buffered all day.
There was a lot of mental damage done that game, too, because like he jumped over, landed, and was just like Devil's Reverse as soon as he landed, and it worked. And it was like...
It was an instant Devil's Reverse, too. It was like, all right, well, I'm going to see if you can block this first. And he stayed on the same side. It wasn't one of those things where he did it just to kind of escape the corner. He's like, no, I'm staying.
Yeah, exactly. So stuff like that definitely gets to the other players. So you got to look out for that. We're already seeing a character select going back to the lobby, maintain some composure, maybe go to the character select and experiment with the Blanca. He is down 2-0, so whatever character Robinho locks into will be it for the rest of the set.
I double-checked the info pamphlet we received via satellite. He only plays Karen. That's my bad.
It was somebody else?
Yeah, the satellite got interrupted by some spies.
So does that mean we're still getting a Blanca later, though? Is that another one of our players?
Yes.
All right, all right.
Definitely,
So
we're going to get the Blanca.
hopefully that person doesn't switch. Little did we know, like he's like, no, I've dropped Bison. Or I've dropped Blanca.
I'm gonna check the satellites now again one more time. Mothership, I'm gonna need you to
Houston?
tell me. Okay, it's
Houston?
the Griffin Mask.
Oh, the
on winner's
Griffin
side,
Mask.
which you can expect after this match. Griffin Mask versus Kyrie. That's gonna be Blanca. Kyrie, we're gonna figure out more and more later as we go. That's how we like to do it. We don't want to spoil everything.
I think that's like my favorite name that we have here today, the Griffin Mask.
I thought you were gonna say Kyrie. I was like, you want to talk about it real quick? Okay, all right.
The Earth is round.
Okay.
Don't listen to Kyrie. All right, Picaro, Robinho. Again, this is 2-0 for our man with the Bison. Checked immediately on that crouch medium punch. It is plus frames, but he does not care one bit.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Checking the dashes, continuously checking the dashes for Robinho. Might gonna need a quick name switch on the top.
Yeah, they
It
switched
happens,
sides because they went back to
you
the
know.
lobby.
Yeah,
Yep.
it happens.
Standard stuff here.
There we go. Nice work. Excellent work. And I like that, being more liberal with the V skill. Kind of changing it up in neutral.
Yeah, it's huge range, right? So definitely, it allows her to fight at distances that normally she doesn't. Jump back jab from the air to air, then checks with the crouch medium punch.
I like that buffer too. Such an active normal. Crouch strong, buff into it. Doesn't have it this time. Got this right here.
Oh, caught him flinching for a second there, but no confirm, nothing doing afterwards, and it wasn't a counter yet, so.
And I like the blocks there from Piccolo. He was standing still for so long and then crouched at the last second. Just in case, because he knows the ranges. Even after 3 stand shorts, you can still get caught with low forward.
Yeah, that was unfortunate right there. The extended throw range on Bison, but he checks the dash into the critical art. Robinho not leaving anything in the wallet. Send him to the wall. Windows on the other side.
Spending all that cash. Getting ready for Evo.
Yeah, ready to put it at the roulette table.
Save some money for Vegas, Robinho, please. Cycle X, yes, sir. And I like that delay. That got crush medium kick there.
Yeah, but now we already have him in the corner. But again, the checks, crouch medium punch working out. Wow, whiff throw. It is +2. He respected it.
Yeah. Just out of range. Piccolo, every time he gets caught. Wait a minute. Sweep into V-trigger activation. I'll get back to my my statement in a bit. In regards to Piccolo's defense. Doesn't go through with the full Tenko, but that's...
I like that. I definitely like that. Trying to catch him reaching. Piccolo's not giving it to him, though. Going to activate the V-trigger 2 now. Still has plenty of resources to come back. Psycho Crusher to get out of the corner.
A ton of life for Robinho. Doesn't need to push the issue at all. Can play the life lead game with 2 bars as well. A lot more pressure going towards Piccolo instead.
Yeah, especially because he used some of that Psycho Crusher. And once again, the dash has been checked. Robinho is on the board. It is 2-1.
Yeah, he didn't need to push anything, really. Just wait until Piccolo tries to dash in. Wait for him to get antsy, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Piccolo's defense is pretty good, too. He picks and chooses when to kind of micro walk back, which is kind of a staple now. Anytime there's like any sort of light pressure, you have to at least sneak a couple steps, or at least like a step and a half in, right?
Round 1.
You can get checked going back, flow forward, but he manages to sneak in a couple.
That's the mind game, right? That's definitely the part of the neutral decisions that are made frequently in Street Fighter V. As you can see right there, Piccolo picking his spots carefully, right? Not walking back that time, not getting clipped by the low forward. Oh, that time just got clipped by the stand medium kick, tried to take his turn. Oh, yeah, below -2.
Still at that range, Robinho's trying to get comfortable in that pocket away from any sort of fierce punches, right? The Psycho Axe or even stand fierce. Ooh. No counter hit on that stand strong, so couldn't really convert anything off of it. Got a stray hit.
All right, checked with the light kick. Now just try to check, make sure he set up the V-trigger. But again, Robinho showing no fear, this time poking back with the crouch jab.
Counter hit as well. Got the conversion with stand medium punch after.
Backdash.
Oh! Wasn't going to spend it. Devil's reverse.
In and out, my man, Robinho.
Okay, very similar situation as the previous round that got him the game, but Robinho got clipped. Crush counter. Continue that combo. I like that. Oh, no!
Put that
Sorry.
EX Psycho Blast away. Robinho has been so consistent with that answer.
I can see right through you.
And what a way to finish with that goal.
I
I
know.
can see right through you.
That was very
She
fitting.
knew.
Very fitting indeed.
She's done her homework.
Crouch Fierce has been a consistent answer as well. And this has really been the key to Robinho's game, I think, is getting this early life lead. Make Piccolo come to him. Oh, and I like this switch up from Piccolo now. Using the EX Scissors, that was going to be guaranteed plus frames even if it was blocked. Went right over the sweep.
Oh, no! The classic, yeah. Dash in, dash out. Tell me what he rolled out.
The two-step. Piccolo can't keep up. Oh, this time he gets punished.
Oh,
Wow.
no!
My man.
The shenanigans! You can't be going for the shenanigans. Not like this. You gotta get this W.
Keep spinning. Great circumstance. Robinho has found himself in. And once again, the walk speed on Karen make you think I'm coming close, but I'm keeping my distance. And once again, Piccolo gets caught reaching.
Robinho might have seen the light. He's broken through the defense from Piccolo. He's noticing that he's a lot more antsy with the throws when he gets it into a certain range, right? So Piccolo might have to change it up, or he has to change it up here.
Yeah.
It's actually 2-2. Again, in this 3-5 set, 3-5 all the way through. By the way, just so you know. But man, Piccolo really starting to reach here, and it's not paying off at all. He's got to just take a couple steps back. I know he doesn't have the best walk speed with Bison, but he's got to maybe jump back, dash back, something, because he's reaching
Yeah.
A lot of lessons to be learned here.
And it was funny because there was a circumstance where Robinho tried to bait out a throw, and of course Bison's throw range being a little bit farther than everybody else's, he got clipped and thrown back. And ever since then, he has kept the correct distance. He's either done a full dash in and full dash out, like we saw, like heavy commitment to getting out of the throw, or just keeping the right distance for the walk in, walk out. So good adjustments for Robinho here, able to take 2 games back and going to force a game 5.
That's what I'm talking about. More Street Fighter for us early in the day. I don't know, maybe like afternoonish, but you know, it's kind of early for some of the gamers out there. You know, I'm guilty of all that. You know, just waking up late and playing some games.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, oh yeah, 12. I gotta be at what? All right,
I gotta be at 11.
All right. When I made it on time, we are here to bring Latin America South top 8 to all of you at home. See who gets the CPT points. See who climbs the Latin American standings. Of course, we mentioned earlier in the year we had the Latin America West event, which was won by El Tigre with Doomsday coming in second. So we're going to see who takes the first place prize here, who climbs the Latin America standings, as well as Europe West happened earlier today with Infectious taking the first place prize on that Zeku, I believe. He's been tearing it up with that character.
Yeah, another character really coming up in work. As more and more people develop Zeku, they kind of see how much of an offensive beast he is in young Zeku form, right? We're seeing him more and more. And you know, he's a really cool character, so I really am happy to see him played out more.
Big same.
So, yeah, that's your guy.
Yeah, that's who I mainly play nowadays, so definitely glad to see a lot more Zeku on the rise. But here we go, Game 5. Again, Picaro took a 2-0 lead in this set, but Robinho really ran that back quickly. Great adjustments with that Karen walk speed. Has just been playing at a more optimal space. Again, you can already see him testing him with a dash in, dash out.
And just within that range to be punished with Stand Fierce as well, right? So Robinho, you already know what's on his mind, right? He's trying to get these throw baits, and then already getting a throw off of Picaro. That's sending huge messages to him, mixed ones at that. So he doesn't even know what he should be doing when it comes to defense. But if you play great offense, you don't need to worry about that. Picaro with the corner advantage, but not for long.
Oh, dash it. No, he tried to anti-air too late that time. Ends up getting counter hit. Just takes the sweep. That leaves him in range for the back throw. EX. Oh, my goodness. You keep reaching. And Robinho is going to get you fouled out of the game.
To be fair, he was playing real lame there. He was going back and forth, like Stand Fierce. He wasn't even really whiff punishing. He was just making sure that you're not going to tech, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And he got 2 throws off of him.
I'm just saying, it's looking like the first quarter and Picaro's got 3 fouls. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
My man is in trouble.
You're right. Might see a flagrancy. Who knows? Oh, no!
The end of the Psycho Blast actually caught him.
Yeah. It's just a slow-moving projectile. Ran out of invulnerability. Right towards the
Great view reversal. He locked in this corner here. No anti-air that time. And he goes back to the same side. Huge damage for Picaro.
And I like the side switch afterwards. My man knows the character.
Yeah, you saw after the last time he did a regular scissor kick, Robinho just walked up and through. That's why he checked it with a stand medium kick.
Oh, boy.
Which way did he go?
Oh, that's not going to hit.
Yep, too
It's
far.
too far. Ah! Don't do it. What are you supposed to do? He's dashing all over you. Okay. That could have been something big for Robinho, but luckily for Picaro, the crouch try.
And see, that's why you get all caught up and you just want to check the dash, right? So he went with double crouch jab. Second one not reaching, ended up getting punished because of it. Definitely tough to keep your calm and cool in this scenario.
Ooh.
Great response from Picaro. Taking the throw off the EX dash.
Yes, there you go. I like that. I like seeing people check Bison's dashes. I'm not trying to be biased. It's a satisfying thing to see.
It's a huge thing you need to do.
Ooh, even better. I like the patience from Picaro.
Just one crouch short into the throw. Verge of stun here. Try to check him, but Robinho playing nice and solid on the defensive end. Even spinning a V reversal to get some space back.
Does have enough life to build himself a V trigger, but he'll be hanging on by a thread. He wanted to dissipate the stun, make sure it's no longer a factor. And Picaro hanging on to this life lead, but he's stuck in the corner. He's going to be smothered once he loses his turn.
Wow, he actually pulled back with a crouch medium punch, and then finally the dash is not checked. Picaro able to take the set 3-2 after Robinho looked super good in the comeback, forcing a final game, but the man who put up the first 2 Ws takes home the set.
I lied to you. As soon as Robinho gave him enough space, that was pretty much the green light for Picaro to go ham, honestly.
Yeah.
I think if he kept him smothered in that corner, it would have played out just a tad differently. Been a lot closer.
And I mean, a lot of that set was based on how well Robinho was checking the dashes, right? Unfortunately, in that last game, a couple of times, Figueroa just stayed persistent, caught him a couple of times with a counter hit, whether it was just dash up with the 3-frame or even dash up with some of the bigger buttons. We're just catching him at that point. And it's just one of those things you have to deal with Street Fighter V, right? You have to learn how to check the dashes consistently, but it's hard to do in this game because characters can approach you with so many different options, and it's so dangerous just trying to do something like that and then getting crush countered and then building B-bar and damage and stun. It's a slippery slope.
It's a vicious cycle is what it is.
Yes.
Honestly. But big congrats to Figueroa. Moving on to the winner's side, we have up next the Griffin Mask versus Kyrie. Now, I say it that way because the song feels so appropriate. I feel like it's a superhero name. Oh, man. Is that the Griffin Mask?
Yeah.
Like and then the song coming
Exactly.
in. I felt so... Man, my blood was pumping. I was like, is that the Griffin Mask
The
coming?
Griffin Mask.
Are we preparing for the Griffin Mask?
Soaring through the skies. He's got a little Blanca Chan on his shoulder.
Yeah.
It's just Ono in a superhero costume.
I wouldn't doubt it. Hello, everyone. He
Yeah.
just takes it off. Hello, everyone. That is
It's like, oh.
that'd be great.
Everybody doesn't know. It's like super obvious it's him, but he has like just the eye covers and no one knows. And one day he takes it. How did we not know?
It's the same hair and everything, just in street clothes and a cape.
Yeah.
And he has Blanca-chan on his shoulder. Just nobody knew. Whose song is this? Is this like?
I don't know. It's
I feel
great
like-
though.
I feel like this is not even part of
Street
the
Fighter
Capcom
5.
universe. Honestly, not even just restricted to Street Fighter because there's so many OSTs in this game.
Oh,
I feel like this isn't even Capcom. Oh, okay, they're calling me out. I was like, all right, we're gonna put it back to Street Fighter. Whatever. Suzaku Castle. I'm not saying it was a bad thing.
That was
I
great.
just thought it was great hype music.
The
It was,
Griffin Mask
The Griffin.
descends.
It was so cool.
As you can see, on the top 8 bracket has descended so far. We got Piccolo taking his spot in the winners finals. Griffin Mask and Kyrie going to be coming up next. And then the first round of losers bracket. To follow that, we got Stunner versus Dark, as well as Captain MD Luffy. Salute my man up against Nero.
In the time being, we're going to see the Griffin Mask, Kyrie again. What we can expect from those two players is a Blanca from Griffin Mask and Rashid.
Oh, yeah,
Kyrie.
Rashid. Definitely a prevalent superstar here in Street Fighter V in 2019. Got so many people playing him at a high level. We got JB, Oil King, my man John Takeuchi, just to name a few.
Gotcha-kun, the reigning
Moke,
champ.
Gotcha-kun, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, just so many talented Rashids. And I could definitely see the appeal of the character, right? He's got so many ways to approach and express yourself in the game. I think that's definitely something that players always look for when it comes to fighting games, the ability to creatively express themselves.
I agree completely.
Yeah,
yes.
and I think Rashid is one of those characters, like you can always tell which Rashid is playing just by how they play, right? And I'm a big fan of John Takeuchi's style. I think he has a very good style of like kind of a patient when he needs to be and then wild when he also gets like one knockdown. JB's kind of similar, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a very strong way to play with Rashid. So we're going to see how our boy takes on the Griffin Mask. That's tough. You got to play Vigilante to this man's hero.
And I got to say, when it comes to Blanca players, there were a few on the East Coast. Their name just slips me at the moment. Because,
Yeah.
it's a little dry in the brain a little bit. But
Like we said, it's early for the gamers. You know what I mean? 1 o'clock.
Blanca is still being figured out. He's still being fleshed out as a character. I mean, this is like a very interesting version of Blanca as we've seen him throughout the years of Street Fighter in general. So, I mean, it's really interesting to see more players pick him up, him showing up to more and more tournaments. I mean, Blanca in the top 8, pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, for sure.
Pretty good. All right.
Already though, we got Kyrie. Oh, wait a minute. Just as I say that, Griffin Mask definitely does have the life disadvantage, but an EX Blanca Ball going to put a stop to that real quick. Checks the dash. Oh, and then checks the legs again. Griffin Mask just not holding down back there.
My guy's a warlord.
That's what I was going to say. I
He's
was like,
got a gold crown. This dude's got
15th
warlord
overall? Well, okay then.
The master of his own dojo. Truly superhero status.
Yeah. All right, I'm just going to go through with it. Again, yeah, these Blanca balls, those are plus frames right there. You got to respect it. Ends up back on the original side, just jumping it again. We jumping all over the place, my man from the jungle.
Oh, no!
Dang.
That sucks.
Dang.
All that momentum down the drain. I mean, it happens, right? It happens.
Ranked 15 overall on Street Fighter V online leaderboards. That is wild. Checked again. So, yeah, if anybody's going to have some Blanca shenanigans, if anyone's going to have this character figured out, I've got to believe it's this guy, Griffin Mask.
He's still going to do it?
That's the classic Blanca right there. He is definitely a player of this character.
Oh,
the
yeah.
rainbow ball combos afterwards.
That's the most unsatisfying thing to see as someone who doesn't like Blanca, as playing against Blanca. The rainbow ball
Oh,
keeps
the
you in double
projectile
space.
invo to get out of the whirlwind. I'm
Out of
sorry
it.
to interrupt. That was so cool.
And at the end of the rainbow, man, it's fine. Oh, counter hit exclusive. You got the remix.
All right.
My disdain for Blanca is slowly fading now, the way Griffin Mask is playing. I'll be honest, he's doing real
Oh,
well.
plus frames. Oh,
I like that. Yeah, he's out of there.
Which
So
way
cool.
did he go?
I don't know, man. Nobody knows. Great block so far from Kyrie. He hasn't actually been opened up. You know, and commentator's curse, as we learned, is a real thing.
Move B, get out the way. My man Blanca is coming through. The Griffin Mask with his V-trigger too.
You can only block V-Trigger 2 for so long.
Yeah, it's plus frames all day. It's definitely super annoying to deal with. Oh, he just calls out the jump and gets the combo afterwards. That's so much damage for an anti-air.
Oh no, the command grab out of there.
Nice
As soon as you
punish.
hear him speak, just start jumping.
You can speak his language. I don't know what he's saying, bro.
Says, here I go. That's what he says. It was English.
Oh, okay. I can't speak that very well either.
I'm still learning.
Okay, you try checking with the dash. I like that punish, crouch fierce. Get what you can.
Oh,
EX Eagle Spike, it's
I
not your
love
turn, it's my turn.
so much damage from that far away too. Being able to convert off of a long-range EX Eagle Spike is fantastic.
Caught a reach him, but nothing doing. Oh, he just tried to call him out like that?
I think that's because the version of V-Trigger that he used towards the end was going to leave him negative. Not punishable, but negative.
I see.
Yeah. So block the cross-up. I think that was the cross-up version.
I see. Okay. So it was one of those where I left him at -2, so he was like, I'm going to bust out with this EX move while he tries to take his turn. Makes sense right there, but that's one of the things, right, when you play an underrepresented character, is a lot of the times people are not going to recognize those -2 situations where they can actually take their turn back. So I think that was just one of those.
I gotta say I was really impressed with Kyrie's blocks overall against the V-Trigger situations,
Yes.
right? He's only got hit, I think, maybe 2 times at most so far from the amount of times that Griffin's attempted to use that.
Oh, he's letting him get off these H whirlwinds as well. I said leave him plus frame. Lets him do it again. Oh, yeah, but then he gets clipped after the jab. More plus frames. Oh, tried to backdash and punish. That was a good attempt from Kyrie. I like where his head's at.
Yeah, not much you could really do about that. You don't even want to try to contest it air-to-air. It's really difficult, too.
Man, he's doing such a good job maneuvering around this block in the corner. But just as I say that, Griffin Mask gets the knockdown. Oh, baits out the spinning mixer.
My man's got safe jump setups? Okay.
Oh.
Back throw, smother him in this corner. Jump back short. My man is mobile. What is going on?
Showing no
The
fear.
stun. Oh, no. Man of the jungle. Running rampant. Griffin Mask.
Great
Amazing
stuff.
Man, threw it off the backboard and caught it as well. These guys are all ballers.
Looking like the all-star game out here. Gets the cross up into the full combo. Yeah, checks his legs again, but that time Griffin Mask took to the sky. Didn't get a full combo because of the crouch fierce. Punish. Oh, no. A lot of damage left on the table with just that jab punish on the EX Eagle Spike.
Oh, okay, yeah, can clip. Man, he's trying to contest that. Just jumped in fierce raw. Big counter hit. Benefiting Griffin Mask. One more for stun. He tried to go for the rock crusher. That's the overhead.
Universal Griffin Mask has bounced back in a very strong way. Oh, no, but the V-Trigger is active. Goes directly into the critical art. It's going to be good damage here. I think he's living on a pixel. A little bit more. Oh, much more.
Oh, no! And he ran into the enhanced fireball. The whirlwind still enhanced because of that V-Trigger. Great call out from Kyrie.
I forgot about
calling him Kyrie.
Kyrie. I forgot about the scaling after the V-Trigger activation. Yeah, I kicked in heavily on the critical art.
Ooh. Man, he's able to check with crouch fierce after a forward throw.
Ooh. Cool little combo. Gets him with the EX lightning and then even follows up after that. I don't know what Kyrie was trying to do right there, but Griffin Mask is not going to have any of it.
That is such a sick combo. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. All right. Biting his face off. Nice throw in the corner from Griffin Mask. I got to say that neutral jump roundhouse has a very, very long hitbox on that. I feel like maybe Kyrie might have tried to anti-air it, but Blanca let it rip a little early and might have clipped him with the counter hit. So it could be one of those instances, because Rashid has something very similar to that with neutral jump fierce. So I'd have to imagine Griffin Mask is using it in the same exact way, taking advantage of that long hitbox.
And we saw Kyrie try to H-spinning mixer a neutral jump before, right? So yeah, who knows what he was trying to do there. It might be another one of those attempts or just another answer to the neutral jump that he can't find. Yeah, that is plus for him. He keeps letting him get away with these H versions of the whirlwind.
Lets him go out of the corner, though. Griffin Mask with all the estate. Tries to whirlwind himself in. Got the counter here with the stand short. Stun City. Kyrie working on a perfect. Even if he doesn't, very advantageous position for Kyrie. Boom. Get him. The perfect on the board. Great start for game 3.
Absolutely. Catches Griffin Mask reaching multiple times. Perfect on the board. Set the momentum for yourself. See that Griffin Mask now not swinging back with the throw, but he gets clipped on the reckless Blanca ball. Again, that's going to be punished all day. As long as he has meter, that's a lot of damage.
I think he might do it again to get rid of his meter, honestly, because the damage is, it's up there, sure. Oh, double dash forward, getting the forward throw. Dashing up again. Nice tech from Kyrie. See, okay. No punish this time.
Yeah, interesting. Just the other sides. Yeah, I like this from Kyrie. Just backing up a little bit, not going to let Griffin Mask switch sides on him and take the corner for himself. It's what he's been aiming for every time he's gotten in this position.
Nice anti-air from Kyrie. Really kind of adapting to what Griffin Mask is trying to present. Like just trying to chase him down, finding all the ways to stop him without being too risky. Ran into the neutral jump medium kick on the way down. The slide into V-trigger. Can he block the mix-ups? Why block when you can dance away 2 times over? No punish from Griffin Mask. Same side, he's wild.
He crossed up with that in the corner. Oh my goodness, you got to be on the lookout for those V-trigger 2 shenanigans. I'd be forgetting. Just like Kyrie forgot. Blanca. Yeah, it don't look like a cross-up, but you see it on the screen.
That's his special power. It's Griffin Mask's special power, special
Rashid
ability.
also has something like that, right, with the corner setups. I forgot what exactly the setup is. But
it was off of the jump short from the, I think it was like off of V-trigger 1.
Yeah.
Or at least the whirlwind, being able to jump over.
Something like that. Griffin Mask, though, taking the lead back. Gonna have the version. Ooh, tried the overhead. Put that away. Now take him to the other side of the corner. Yeah, try to beat out an EX Blanca ball. See if he's going to bust out.
No.
Put the feet again.
Smell him.
The jump neutral heavy kick.
Stank City. That guy's been through the Amazon, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to be anywhere near that. Be sure to get some alcohol wipes for that, because that's going to be infectious. And I'm not talking about EU's infectious.
No Zeku. Only
real
Blanca.
Gross. No Zeku, all bacteria. But listen, Griffin Mask, huge turnaround despite getting perfect in the first round. A lot more of a quick pace for him. You know, it was at the blink of an eye.
Yeah, that last round especially was very short in duration.
A lot more mileage out of the V-trigger 2 scenarios as well. Really mixing them. Just got the command grab. All right, my bad.
We'll definitely take it.
I don't know why he apologizes after throwing.
Yeah.
Scratch you up, leave you near, like, near death, really. Throws you away. It's like, hey, my bad.
Yeah. The pose after the command throw, like when it's in the Blanca-chan outfit, I like it. I like it when it's the Blanca-chan outfit.
Listen, they need to make it more ferocious. Come on.
Yeah.
I think ferocious Blanca-chan is the most adorable thing. Oh, no, he's doing it again.
EX version.
And he's going to apologize? It's my bad. Like, it's why?
You know you're not sorry. Oh, combos off
Not
the
at all.
rainbow ball. Kyrie looking in trouble now. Griffin Mask rocking and rolling.
Blanca's pretty cool. All right, this version of Blanca's pretty cool. A lot more animated. But, you know, that rainbow ball, being able to combo off of it on the ground or even in the air, it's a huge change-up.
Yeah.
Just for the history of Blanca. Whoop. Okay. You know, one thing we haven't really seen as much, especially when it comes to Rashid players, the fact that Rashid players get to lock people down in the corner. But you know, that hasn't really been the case against Griffin Mask in this the entirety of the set.
Yeah, Griffin Mask has done a real good job of not getting cornered, and as soon as he gets towards that position, he escapes with a rainbow ball or some other nonsense. But either way, EX Eagle Spike calls him out. Huge damage on that side, too.
That was a sick setup, too.
trade. It's going to be in favor of Griffin Mass, though.
How does Kyrie know how to block all of these? Counter hit. Didn't have enough charge to finish it, but the overhead. That's, you know, as many times as he attempted it, that's the only time it's hit both times. Or, like, both actual hits.
But, like, how
Look
did
at
you
this
think?
jolly man. I can't.
3-1 for Griffin Mass. I can't believe he actually did the overhead right there. You rarely see people have the awareness to like tech in a situation like that, scramble where they trade and they both tech to the ground and immediately respond with the overhead. That was very, very, very good.
That's a very veteran level type of play to keep the mix-ups going, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be really cognizant of the scenario and really just kind of throw that out there. And the same for Kyrie to even recognize that situation, which he didn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just how it goes, man.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, honestly, in fighting games is seeing like a trade or a situation where the players are going to come back to neutral and seeing how they respond, right? And an overhead right there, when that's all the health you needed, that was so smart. Very, very minuscule amount of people are going to block something like that.
Even if you're aware of it, sometimes you still get caught off guard. It's like, all right, well, the overhead can kill me, but when is he going to do it? You never...
And off of a trade where you're just trying to get your bearings back to actually figure out what the situation is going to be, he just responds with the overhead immediately. As superb play from Griffin Mass. He's going to be in winners finals facing Piccolo a little bit later in the day. Going to be Blanca versus Bison. Should be a fun matchup. Classic Street Fighter right there in an unorthodox way, right? It's not Ryu or Ken, but it's two staple characters.
Yeah, that's right. Original 8 World Warriors. You know, we're all down with that.
Yeah.
So.
But we are going to be moving on to losers bracket round 1 now. It's going to be Stunner. That's why I keep rubbing my hands.
Oh, yeah, that's your boy.
Yeah.
Just because of the namesake.
Going up against Dark, both representing Brazil. And then, of course, after that, it's going to be Captain MD Luffy going up against Nero.
So with these two characters, or two players coming up with Stunner and I believe it's Dark. We're going to move on over. Excuse me. All right, so Dark plays G and Birdie. Very, very strong characters.
All right.
Stunner,
my man is winning at the character select.
However, you say that, but Stunner has been a Cammy main since the beta 1 and is also a hitbox player 2.
Ooh, all right, all right. But, okay, so what I want to know, though, is he hitbox, is he AD or BC? Is he before the controllers or is he after Daigo?
I don't know. It didn't say in his fun fact.
You don't know? AD is after Daigo. All hitbox players.
I actually understood the reference, but I didn't think it was going to be after Daigo.
Oh, yeah, it's after Daigo.
Before controller or after Daigo?
Oh, yeah.
Man, who are you? What happened?
BC, I still got to come up with something better for BC. I just said before controller because that works.
I think before controller works just fine.
There was a good one that WNF came up with.
What was it? Oh, before
conversion, that was pretty good too. And then after Daigo though, yeah, all these hitbox players that have flocked after the Godfather of fighting games decided to switch. They're the AD boys and girls.
So it's a very interesting fact with the likes of Stunner, you know, playing a very, very solid character. Doesn't really need a hitbox to play that character, honestly, but you know, those are just like fun facts about the player. And then Dark, I did see a G profile on there.
Okay, so we might see G. You know, you said that like you don't need much of a hitbox to play Cammy, but at least he's not doing it like our man Sonic Boom Brad and switch to hitbox to play Ed, where you literally don't need motions. Shout outs to Sonic Boom Brad.
That's our guy. That is our guy right there.
That was absurd. I can't believe I heard
very interesting thing. You're gonna play hitbox with Ed?
That was his first character on hitbox was Ed. I was like, you're a beast, son.
That's one way to learn hitbox, I guess.
Yeah.
Where you don't need to rely on movement too much. You're just trying to get in the feel for it.
Definitely.
It's like, that'd be funny if he complains, man, I can't get my uppercuts on hitbox. What do you mean? That's just. Oh, I hope he's watching this. That's great. That's super cool.
All right. But we are getting into it. Again, this is going to be our first round of Losers Bracket, our first match of the first round of Losers Bracket. See who moves on. The winner is going to be facing Kyrie,
who we just saw playing Rashid, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, this is a lot of Street Fighter 5 today, so thank you all for tuning in. What? Joe, I was gonna say joining. I was gonna say joining us and then tuning in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do that too.
Thank you all for tuning in and joining us. Of course, the EU West tournament for the online CPT happened earlier today. We saw Infectious take first place there. CPT Latin America West took place earlier in the year as well, where we saw LT Grade take the W. But now it looks like our competitors are ready for our Latin America South Losers Bracket action. Should it be a good one? Again, we have Dark going up against Stunner. You mentioned the characters that we're going to see. Hopefully some cheap stuff. We got Cammy, G, Birdie, all available.
I want all the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see as many jab buffers as possible with G.
Oh, man.
I want to see a lot of bananas from Birdie. I like just the potassium intake, honestly.
It's good stuff.
No, I honestly,
get your diet right.
we do kind of have seen G, also one of those characters, kind of showing up out of the woodwork because of the potential runaway factor. Not runaway as in like keep it, runaway with the rounds. Like being able to
Yes.
steal it back from underneath you with that dash, right? That full screen low.
He's
when
got
in
so
V-trigger
many tools, man.
Or EX, it's insane. And we're going to see it. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
G for goodness. All right, G versus Cammy. We got Stunner versus Dark. I like how they both have the little dash before and after their name.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Twins with the names of CFN. You know, couldn't ask for more.
It's going to be looking good. Again, both players from Brazil as well, so they probably have actually played each other quite a bit.
Fight.
So we're going to see, oh, man, already starting out the action. Fast and Furious, no Vin Diesel.
Oh, I always think of Paul Walker when you say that.
Come on, dog.
Hey, you brought it up, man.
R.I.P., bro. But Dark,
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. Wow, okay, low forward into the uppercut. I see you. No anti-air, and it's so hard to, honestly.
yeah. And it's so dangerous once you block a jump in from G, right? A character with a command throw, and the damage output on this character is just
Yeah,
wild.
I just don't trust the angle that he comes in with the sumo splash, right? Because even if it's counter hit, it's going to lead to a gang of damage and the corner carry. Something Stunner doesn't even want to risk. But either way, opened up with a 2-jab, activate.
Oh, it's time
Max
to guess, my
President.
friend. In the corner, what you guessing with? Oh,
no.
Yeah, he messed up the timing there, so he actually blocked the fireball. That means he was not out of
No
block stuff.
punish. He hit him with the crouch jab. Oh, no. Okay, wait a minute. So,
V-Trigger's gone. Big win for Stunner.
huge win. Stunner can get V-Trigger as well off of one hit, but he doesn't want to risk that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to use it for V-Reverse. Oh! Okay, activates it anyway.
Yeah, he did get hit with the fireball right there. Gave him the amount of meter he needed to activate. Going down to the wire here in our round one. That's not going to be enough chip if it's not going to be a punish, but it is.
Oh
Counter
my
hit.
goodness.
Stunner landing and trying some nonsense. Dark puts a stop to that.
These guys are really, really spending that cash. Expensive taste for both players. Nice work there, Dark.
You won't stand medium kick anti-air right there.
It's too good. He's a kind of
doesn't
similar
feel
button
good.
like Karen does. Like Karen, Cammy.
Yeah. That stand medium kick again. You're not going to get any reward off of it unless you V-trigger cancel, but it's still such a good neutral tool.
Bison also has a pretty good medium kick as well.
Yep.
That's so
Crouch
far
spears.
behind the top hat.
Crouch Spears, the god.
It's too good.
One of the best anti-airs in the game. All right, nice conversion off the crouch medium punch. But there you go, crouch jab into the EX. Build a little bit of V-bar as well. Backing up, try to get him to reach.
And just at the tip of the low medium punch too. Going into the wheel kick afterwards, keeping himself safe.
Oh, he actually got the recovery of that crouch jab.
Oh, nice and easy. You saw the attempted dive kick. I want to say it was an attempted dive kick
Yes.
from Stunner. You saw the jump over roundhouse fall flat, and all G had to do was just stand strong right into it.
Yeah, a lot of times you see Cammy take to the sky and she just does the splits. Like, that's a messed up dive
If
kick.
it's like medium kick, you always see like the medium kick
Yeah.
or the roundhouse. You kind of see Dawson players do that too when they want to do like instant teleport, and you see like the kick, the medium kick, or like the punch or something. So it happens, man. You get it, you know.
Yep, and Dark didn't need to be optimal with his anti-air, right? Only a pixel of health left, so he just gets the stand medium punch enough to do the job. But now he's already stuck in this corner. Bad place to be with Cammy and her walk speed.
Yeah.
I like that. Keep him locked down with the stand medium punch that time. Keep him in the corner. You know Dark was going to look to escape.
Yeah, and great defense so far from Dark. I mean, he took a chunk of damage, right? But there's not really many options he could take. He doesn't have any reversals, no invincible reversals, I should say. Doesn't have the frame data to kind of contest his way back with buttons, right? So
And you don't feel that bad, right, when you're G, because you still got a lot of
No.
health. And as long as that V-trigger's being built, it's all good, baby.
it's all part of the game plan, right? He's playing defense with his face. The Yipes and Rocky Balboa Classic. Yipes
Yeah.
talks about it all the time. Playing defense with your face.
Yeah, G, one of the best in the game at doing so. The reward he
Oh.
gets off that V-trigger is second to none. Wow, actually got the stand jab, but he didn't believe in it, so no buffer behind it.
Gonna spend it? Okay. All right.
Oh, there we go. Activates off the stand medium kick. We talked about it. That's one way to get a reward. All the way to the corner we go. Still got V-Trigger left. Backs up, trying to catch her swinging. Yeah, uses the last bit of that V-Trigger, just doubles up on the projectile.
It might come down to that scenario where it's 5 seconds left and Dark might throw out a critical art.
Yes,
We'll see.
exactly.
It's pretty close.
Oh, I can't believe he's jumping when he has critical art like this.
Hitbox players, man. They'll do it. No conversion off the counter hit.
Crouch Fierce and then the stand Fierce.
You know, off of that counter hit back medium punch, he could have gone for the uppercut.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely can convert further once you get the counter hit on that back medium punch. Unfortunate for Stunner. Perfectly spaced on that wheel kick right there. Can't really punish it in that scenario.
Woo! All right. Pushing G to this corner once again. Still able to get a meaty situation after that throw. Despite, you know, well, he's in the corner, right? But most of the time when Cammy throws you in middle ground of the stage, you can't get anything off. Any of her throws, right? The corner, it's a whole different story. But Dark managed to dance his way back into the sneaker space.
Yeah, Stunner has been giving him the range, right? Just backing up, trying to bait out maybe a jump attempt. That dive kick hit right on the ankles, but no anti-air. Punish.
No
not
punish.
A huge punish. Ooh.
A little bit of unfamiliarity coming to play here from Stunner's behalf.
Yeah, definitely. I like the patience on Dark so far. He hasn't gotten desperate. He hasn't gotten super anxious. Ooh.
I don't know why I gasped there. I just thought it was cool that he got hit by the fireball. It wasn't really an exciting moment in the history of sports, but...
I no conversion off the dive kick, though. Might hit a little bit too high. Still should have been a combo, I believe.
She should just sit there. Okay!
Oh, my God. Oh, he finally cracks. Goes with the counter hit combo as well.
So sick.
Got the crouch fierce after the medium punch.
Oh, no. Out of there?
That at least lets her escape the corner. Oh, no, she jumped into it. That means a conversion, and that
This
means
guy
light
is
it up.
putting you in the dark, my man. Got the counter hit conversion with the crouch strong. Sniped her midway through there with the critical art. He's got all the options covered.
Man, super good. Yeah, and he's been able to convert for big damage you saw right there, not leaving anything on the table. Hits the critical art as soon as she tried to think that she was going to be able to escape.
This character's fun, Range.
I love me
very
some
fun
G.
to watch.
Like, playing against him, very stressful. Playing as him, a whole lot of fun. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Shout out to all the G players developing him, man. It's good to see him more and more throughout the circuit. But I got to say, man, Dark's conversions and his patience overall, you notice there's been 3 rounds so far in these 2 games where it's gone down to 5, 6 seconds or less, really taking his time to kind of dissect the other person and see where they break on defense. And that's kind of what G needs to do, right? He's not the kind of character that could really force the issue without meter.
Yeah.
Right? He could do so when he has V-Trigger available, when he has bar. But there are certain times where even if he did get antsy with rush punches, Stunner wasn't punishing it properly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, he's still taking his time really well. This is part of the soundtrack.
Yes, indeed. We can hear it bumping again. Griffin Mask nowhere to be found, but we are playing it for our presidential hero, G, in the building.
He's overlooking from the city skyscrapers, man.
Taking
He's
a
watching.
2-0 lead. How's it? He's watching from the skyscraper's top hat, not moving at all. It's not even blowing off.
It's just the cape is moving like a badass.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It's like, how is his hat staying on?
that's
Presidential power right there.
Yeah, man. Or he has a lot of hair covering it, or like,
Yeah.
keeping it.
Nice.
I wouldn't know how hair dynamic works.
Yeah, he wears a hat on both costumes, so we don't really know the
Oh, he
complete hair
does. He has like
situation,
the Hanzo Gonzo.
yeah, the
hat.
Hanzo Gonzo. Yeah, exactly.
The golfer's cap. Is that a golfer's cap?
Golfer's cap, newsboy cap.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah,
Extra,
I don't know. Extra.
he has a gun on his back, dude.
He does. He's going hunting.
Is that allowed?
Not in Street Fighter 5.
That's
Unless
wild.
you're a Falk and you can like blast psycho power out of it.
That'd be kind of whack. It has to be like gold confetti.
Yeah.
It can't be actual bullets. It should be gold confetti, honestly. Super Tuesday. Just yell out something random. All right. Got a combo off the stand strong. More counter hits. Stunner is
Oh, wait a minute.
a little bit more liberal with the walk-ins.
Whoa, triple dash.
No appointment necessary. He's just going to take these walk-ins against Dark. Huge life lead against him. 60 seconds on the clock.
And Dark has just been consistent with these meaties. He hasn't really gone for command throw at all. And he tries to go for a regular throw right there. Stunner with a good tech.
The change up. Dang, not my day, not for this round. Stunner. Starting things off real quick against Dark.
Yeah, he's not trying to play any of these plus frames and then walk in, walk out mind games now, right? He's just straight frame trapping.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There's like 4 times where
Look
he
at
opened up
this.
Dark with counter hits.
All frame traps. He's not moving an inch, just pressing buttons into each other. Oh, no DP!
That's fine. He didn't take any damage from it. The 2 jump ins, unsuccessful from Dark. Got a side switch, but it's not too detrimental to Stunner's gameplay. It's fine.
Oh, the stand like kick buffer.
It's so far.
Long distance. Now we're in level 2 President. He's got some fat combos in this level. You got to be careful if you get hit in the corner.
Again, Dark is moving as soon as these lights get blocked. He's trying to either press a button or get out of it.
Like that conversion just goes with the forward fierce after the wheel kick. Look at this multi-hitting fireball just pestering him. And then as soon as he takes to the sky, he gets anti-aired, and then he's going to spin
so
it.
sick. You know you have to be at a specific range to get the wheel kick to hit at that last active frame. So the forward fierce, right, depending on how high or how low you hit him, you have to use a different axe kick in order to get to the full shebang. So very good awareness there from Dark. That's some advanced G play.
He definitely looks very on point with this character in terms of conversions, in terms of which level he's in.
There we go. Stunner got an uppercut.
Yeah,
Anti-air.
that's a good look. EX dive kick hits him in the ankles as well. He respects it. Oh, get that wheel kick out of here. Staying with the me, staying with the frame traps. Oh, that is pretty negative.
My heart was racing as soon as that V-trigger happened. I almost word vomited. It was crazy.
The over R just gets the regular throw. Knee to the face. Nice V reversal. That means the corner is now hers.
He's just choosing to back away, though, instead of applying that extra pressure. But Dark, 3 counter hits.
Maximum President command throw. All right, the bar is gone. He's back to level 1.
Waking up with the jab from Stunner. V-trigger is a factor now for Stunner. Activation. Gonna spend all of it? Sure are. Oh. Tried to get a, maybe a throw probably. Try to whip a throw.
He is jumping so much. No anti-airs from Dark, though. Again, the critical art is there as well. You can't get clipped. No anti-airs.
No! Why? Why did you say that? You can't get clipped.
Oh, and it's enough.
Of course
You
it
eat
is,
so
Ridge.
much damage off the command
Of
throw.
course it is. You hate to see it. You hate to see it all fall down and crumble.
And that's the thing, right? That's why it's so important to anti-air, because even if you block a jump in against the character like a G, then you have to guess, is he just going to go with some type of meaty that's going to be like a strong or even a light, something that's going to catch you squirming, or are you going to sit there and be a good person and block and then get command grab
Be a
and
good
die?
person and block. You don't get rewarded for being a good person, Ringe. You really don't. That's the way life goes, man.
Nice players
Not in this
finish
game.
last.
Yes.
You got to mash.
Oh.
Got to mash, you got to back that. I'm not trying to block. Haven't you seen Sonic Fox play any fighting game? My man never tries to block.
What is block?
We're trying to
What
do
is block
something. We're trying to get
anyway?
out.
Theoretically, what is block?
What
Let's
is
get-
block?
What is that?
I feel like Goichi's the only person that's truly understood blocking on a philosophical level.
Yes, and
he's
I
the only one.
wholeheartedly agree. Now, it's a shame, really, to see Stunner go down the way he did, because towards the end of that match, he was starting to anti-air, at least with cannon spike, right?
Yes.
Using the uppercut, and then there was that instance again where it's just that sharp angle. He didn't even want to contest it, not even with back strong, and it's understandable. But once you get stuck in that block, it could be lights out.
Yeah, you have to guess. There's a time to block and a time to guess, as the old adage goes. And that time was a time to guess, and he guessed incorrectly. That's just how it be. The command throw was there, and I mean, G gets some more off his command throw than maybe any other character in the game. It's even at level 1 President, right, where you can just go follow up with a rush punch. If he has the critical art on deck, you saw how much life that's going to take.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. There aren't any other command grab characters that I could possibly think of that
Like,
get such potential.
Yeah, in terms of raw damage, right, if you want to like look behind the setups and the mind games and the mental damage you do to your opponent, then maybe the argument is there for other characters. But just
Yes.
off pure physical damage, like G is uncontested.
I also want to speak on the mental damage added on from the corner carry, because majority of the time, if you're getting if you're getting command grabbed by G, most likely you're going to be pushed all the way to the corner or near it, 3/4.
Yes, yes,
So that's a lot of extra pressure towards the opposition.
His corner carry, immaculate. His light buttons lead into incredible damage, and then as soon as you're conditional block, one of the best command throws in the game. Goes super far. We've talked about the reward off of it. I mean, it's wild. This character is an offensive powerhouse, to say the very least.
Decent lights, great damage, and a command grab. That's the new Holy Trinity right there.
Yeah,
That's the actual Trinity.
precisely.
It's the only time I'm going to revive that term.
The Trinity, yeah. I mean, that's all we can really do at this point to help their legacy live on.
I guess so. I mean, I'd like to, but, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But it's kind of things you want to look for in a character, right? You want to, not necessarily the command grab, but just like at least 3 decent things to carry you to, to at least top 8, right?
Yeah, and there's a couple of different things to look for when you judge those aspects, those characteristics, right? Like we talked about G's lights. You mentioned decent, right? Because there's no 3-frame light,
Not at
right?
all.
None. But his jabs go super far, both stand and crouch, as well as his stand light kick. All of those go very far, and they lead to so much damage because of the EXs that they special cancel into.
Right.
So it looks like we are now getting our last match of Losers Round 1. It's going to be, was it Captain MD Luffy?
Capitan.
Capitan.
MD Luffy.
Going up against Nero. We get into it real quick. Captain MD Luffy rocking the Laura.
We're going to say Nero for Devil May Cry sake.
Oh yeah, that's definitely what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about. Capitan MD Luffy leading the charge without fear with his comrades by his side, getting the first round with Laura, sending Nami out early.
Yeah, Nami costume would be good. That'd be hype.
I'd say more Robin, just because
Robin? I was thinking of what's her face. Oh man. Starts
Woo!
with B, but whatever. Nero stuns in the corner. Boa Hancock. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. There we
That
go.
works. Side switch, yeah, Thunderclap charged up, Universal's out, doesn't want to be involved with any of the affairs afterwards. He's an honest guy. He's an honest, hard-working man.
Yes, and Nero is going to tie the first game up just like that. Spin a little cash. He's got more in his wallet to go.
You think these gloves are cheap, baby? He's got plenty more of that to go around.
This is the club outfit for Balrog, too.
You can tell he's not a drinker. There's no way he can.
Oh, stuffs the overhead attempt, and then the reset into the command throw. Sunset Will, you are now in Laura's world. Crush counter. Oh my goodness, you cannot escape this fate. Oh, one more.
That's how it goes, man.
Sometimes
time to guess.
you guess wrong every single decision you're presented with. That's just how it goes in fighting games. That was one of those rounds. Capitan MD Luffy making all the right reads. He's going to take the first game.
In order to play defense, it's one of those things, like, if you know, you know. Like, you have to understand the character to its max potential to at least try to minimize the damage, or at least the mixes, right? The potential mixes incoming. If you could recognize it and you know the options, you have to at least, you narrow it down significantly to make that guess, that educated guess.
That was a jog. That was just one of those games. That was a shouts to Big 2 era yikes.
It was a light breeze.
Yes.
Light and breezy.
Good anti-air that time. Oh, yes. Light conversion. He just checks him on the wake up. Oh,
no!
Reaching. Oh, no. Hands and arms inside the vehicle. You know you ate a devil's fruit. You can't swim.
Stay seated. Permanecer sentados, por favor. You're not going to be able to move during this ride while it's active. What?
That was powerful.
You're not supposed to. It's a safety hazard for you,
Oh,
your
man.
family, the viewers at home.
Oh,
Not allowed to.
I got to recover from that one. All right. Throw him into this corner once more. I like the checks. Yeah, oh, yeah. Swing with the roundhouses.
Swing away. Oh,
Yeah,
big
all right.
whiff punish.
Speaking of swinging, yeah, now he's scared of the command throw. He's like, I am very scared of that command throw. I'm going to neutral jump out of it.
Is he scared or did he have it planned all along?
Beautiful from Nero. Slight step back.
My man has the tailored suit on, so he's dashing back with little to no effort, getting that crouch strong on the punish, on that whiff throw. Nice, easy, breezy, beautiful ball.
Man,
I was going to say comfort. Ball.
if Laura won, that would have been pretty,
Yes,
pretty
it
fitting.
was. Yeah.
This
I messed
is-
up on that one.
This has been a slobber knocker, though, as Jim
yeah.
Ross would say. This is the 2 games went by. I feel like it's been 15 seconds.
I can't tell which one to feel bad for. I could say for both, by God Almighty, if they had a family. Like, it wouldn't matter. It would still apply to both in this scenario. Oh! Mid-air dash punch, I like those.
Oh, all right, just turn around, combos off it. We are at Stun City, quick exit.
Oh, no!
Oh.
No punish there from Nero, though.
My life flashed before my eyes, and then we get thrown, Nero completing the kill.
A flashy start so far from Nero.
Most definitely.
It's still tied up 1-1. Does have the round. Going out with that first hit. Forward fierce from the Capitan himself.
All right, checks again. Yeah, not letting her apply pressure in that negative situation. Great screw up or anti-air. Combos and finds the corner again. Nero has been so good at placing Luffy in the corner. Gets the crush counter, stun afterwards. Whole lot of damage to follow it up. EX. Oh, I like that. This time not reaching with the throw, right? Checking with the crouch jab. Follows up, has plenty of resources to make this comeback. V-reversal throw. This is still all Luffy, but just as I say that, EX rush punch after the jump back, the classic Balrog strats. Luffy eats the gloves to the face.
Gum rocket. Boxing glove right in the forehead. That's crazy. He wasn't even ready for his own move. That was crazy. That's full screen.
Yes.
And I understand the kind of situation that Luffy was in. As soon as he got party time going off with a forward fierce, wasn't able to keep Nero down, right? In order to get the mix-ups going, you have to keep him still.
Yes.
And Nero recognized that situation immediately, jumped away, and then saw that Luffy was going to be desperate. Even firing away with EX dash punch, if it was blocked, he's still up +1.
I like this Luffy staying with the command grab attempts. Even though Nero has been jumping a lot, been trying to avoid it, Luffy staying persistent with that. Oh my goodness, waking up with the buttons though. Waking up with buttons though. Back to back on him. We are trying to match. I said don't block. We ain't trying to block. All right, finally does. Oh, and then checks.
I like that. All right. I like how he was very stubborn to not change his ways of that. He was going to jump 3 times over. It's like, well, you know, you're going to keep trying to do it. You're going to keep jumping.
Oh, and then again, Luffy. Good reads here.
As silly as that was, I thought that was a fantastic round. Man, Luffy sticking to his guns, getting those lows. Well-deserved round. He stuck to it.
Yeah, because as you mentioned, right, Nero was trying to jump the whole time, not trying to get reset by the command throw, and because of that, Luffy just kept going low. That's what you got to do in situations like that. Or at least just meaty. Make sure they can't jump. Oh, no crush counter. I really like that recognition from Luffy right there on the crouch short. Able to press buttons afterwards.
All right, here we go. Party time. Meaty overhead from the V-skill. You're actually dead. Yes, sir. Luffy finally got the mix going. The party invite has been reached. Right, so he finally responded to it. He's going to be attending.
All right, the
Bringing him into the
RSVP
final
is
game.
down.
RSVP to the RTSD.
Oh, that was pretty powerful, too.
Coffee's a great way to start the morning, honestly.
Good asset for sure. Giving us the power up that we need. But this is a 2-2 set, so we're going to see who actually gets the final power up in our Game 5. Who's going to be able to move on to the second round of losers to face, I believe, is going to be Robinho.
With that Aaron, by the way. Pretty diverse roster in this top 8. You know, very, very enjoyable matches all through.
Absolutely. Check in, not giving an inch, but he started to. He started to.
Just like real boxing. Shout out to my man Tasty Steve.
Juggling corner to corner, just like real boxing.
Let's go.
Oh,
that was sick. My man's got the footwork. Looking real Bison-esque.
Yeah. Looking clean. The loafer sliding back and forth.
No special moves needed. All normal.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
I like that. Sometimes you swing for the fences, and sometimes you just swing to make contact, right? That was one of those situations.
Ooh.
All right, nice roundhouse crush counter. That's going to open the door for Luffy here. Gets the cross up on top of that. Reset. Yeah, thought he would hold up. Not that time. He rush punch as soon as he landed. What a whip punish!
Crouch fierce.
Back dash is.
Oh, the dunk!
The scrambles are working out. Oh, he resets again. That's it. Critical art follow-up. 3-2 Nero takes it over Captain MD Luffy. Salute the man. The rest of the Nakama will have to continue without him as Nero moves on to losers quarterfinals.
Sneaky, sneaky. Taking a page out of Luffy's book, right? Going for the reset into the low, and that's all she wrote, man. That was that's unfortunate.
A match filled with that, right? Where they just end their combos with the opponent standing. Balrog and Laura obviously both excelling at that, and they just kept guessing right. Good reads from the offensive player on multiple fronts from either player, so good match.
I think it was an optimal route to take anyway, because even if on block, he still had enough V-trigger to continue the pressure and get a mix-up, at least like 2 mix-ups afterwards. So it was still a great decision nonetheless. Regardless, we do have Nero moving on. Shout-outs to Capitan MD Luffy. Very, very enjoyable matches to start. But let's take a look at where we're at in the bracket. Again, winner's final already determined. We got Picaro going up against the Griffin Mask.
Yep, and then
losers quarters.
In losers quarters, we got Kyrie going up against Dark, who we saw on the G, and then we got Robinho going up against Nero in the other side of losers quarters. I am very excited for that winners finals, though. Picaro, obviously one of the best Bisons in the world, going up against Griffin Mask, number 15 overall on the CPT leaderboards, Warlord rank, and an incredible blogger from what we've seen already. So we're going to get to that and much more after a quick break. Do not go anywhere right here on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters.
This is the path of my destiny.
Come on!
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
Got me laughing already. Pure chuckles from over here. We're already excited to be back with our winners finals and the rest of the bracket over in losers quarterfinals. We are at the other half of the top 8 here for the Capcom Pro Tour Online qualifier for the Latin America South region. My name is Vicious, here with alongside my main man Ringe, and again we have the winners finals ready for you. We do have Picaro going up against the Griffin Mask. This is the first time you guys may have been joining us today. You know, that's good. That's fine. It's all right. Because we have Picaro going up against the Griffin Mask. Picaro, whom we talked about time and time again as being one of the best Bison players in the Latin America region. And the Griffin Mask being the unknown superhero. Wrecking shop with Blanca. The first Warlord we've seen.
First Warlord, 15th overall. And that will be just in a bit. We're not getting to the winners finals quite yet. We're going to go to the losers quarters first. It's going to be Kyrie going up against Dark. Again, Dark is the man we saw with the G. I forgot who Kyrie played, but we saw him fall to the Griffin Mask. That was against the Blanca.
Rashid,
that's right. There we go.
There we go. Where, you know, there's a lot of good matches overall. You know, we kind of forget sometimes. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Short-term memory is not the best.
It's
but,
kind of difficult. But we do have Robinho as well going up against Nero.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that match for sure.
Karen versus Balrog. You know, a match we've kind of seen a good amount of times in the CPT in general overall. So really excited to see that matchup. In the meantime, we are going through the losers quarterfinal first. That's the order of operations here. I kind of, you know, got a little bit excited, a little amped. Too
overzealous.
It's a little bit, you know. I was
Ahead
reaching.
of yourself.
I was reaching, and he was teaching.
I really want to see the Picaro Griffin Mask match myself. Like, Picaro is definitely one of the strongest Latin America players we have in this top 8 and just in general. And his Bison has been wrecking shop for many a season in Street Fighter V. So I want to see how he faces against Griffin Mask. We've talked about him enough, 15th overall on the leaderboards. We're going to get to that in a little bit, but again, this is going to be Dark going up against Kyrie. Again, Kyrie on the Rashid, Dark on the G. So two explosive characters, hard hitting. Most definitely. I mean, Rashid is a frame trap monster. My man's got frame advantage on frame advantage on frame advantage. Stand medium punch with that +3 all day, every day. And then I believe stand jab is +2. So he goes +2. 5 frame crouch medium punch, that's +3. And then go into it again and again. And it's just very hard to press buttons up against that character. That's why you see him get opponents in the corner. And he's able to abuse stuff like the heavy whirlwind, right? Just because you're so conditioned to block, you don't want to swing and get frame trapped. So it's all about how Rashids take advantage of conditioning the opponent. That's really just fighting games in general.
He has so many options after either one of those frame traps or whatever he presents, right? And it's one of the things that's kind of relevant when it comes to playing against Dark, because we saw him kind of lose a ton of life going against, I believe it was Stunner, towards these frame traps, right? He didn't want to sit still for a bit, wanted to counter poke with lights, got countered a numerous amount of times. Maybe if Kyrie was watching that last round, might take a page off that book. But one thing he's off to a great start off with is the anti-airs so far. Right, as soon as Dark took this, guys went for the fierce mixer. Cover that option right out the gate.
Beautiful stuff already from Kyrie, but Dark has him in the corner. That's exactly where you want. You see he's trying to read the wall jump too. Trying to stay at that space where he can properly anti-air it. I like the awareness. But either way, Kyrie has successfully escaped the corner. Alright, forward fierce activation.
Oh! Impact!
Maximum President Command throw. Oh man, he's still got a third of his bar left for another mix. Oh,
yep, he tried that the last game. Didn't go for it again, but this time he changed up the timing. Got it right where he wanted it. Didn't get to finish him off though.
Yeah, empty jump.
Oh no!
Throw tech was blocked. He can't convert off the trigger one. EX Whirlwind.
Oh no!
All right, light it up.
Not enough vulnerability on that.
No.
On the EX spinning mixer. But what's unfortunate for Kyrie is that he spent the bar thinking he was able to go through it. Just wasn't enough. Oh, big eagle spike.
Yeah, you see him trying to switch up the air trajectory just because of how good G's or anti-airs are, but these jump-ins have been perfectly timed.
Yeah, the second time around he committed to the full jump in, getting a good amount of damage. I managed to go onto the other side of the corner.
Oh, Kyrie here. I like that poke from Dark with the crouch jab, but it doesn't matter. Stun is here. Gonna put him one hit away. Oh, plus frames all day. Nice air-to-air. Stay in this corner. It is all Rashid. Crouch light to do the job.
And it's so far away. Look at that range. As soon as like he drops and Kyrie stays like neutral, in neutral position, he's so far away. On a character like GR just in general, I think he gets 3 crouch shorts on block.
Yeah. Just have to sit there and hold them all. Crouch pierce into the EX. Oh, no, we just backdash that time. Doesn't get caught slipping. Cross up though. Yeah, does a little bit of V-trigger on top of that. Gets level 2. Oh no, with the roundhouse into the activation. That means he's going to land and get rid of that level of president.
And that was unfortunate. Went for the medium mixer to kind of carry Dark towards the corner, but just mistimed it. Got a very awkward angle. Put himself in the corner. That's -4. Off that roundhouse from Rashid.
Oh, got caught moving, and the wheel kick was there. Trade. Oh, crush counter works out for Kyrie this time. Again, not going to have him in the corner. Oh, man, he keeps trying to get him to swing with these neutral jumps, but Dark's not giving it to him. Now he's got to be wary of Chip as well. Full critical art on the side of G. He does have 1 bar of V meter, so he can V reversal it. Oh, he's just going to do it, but I think he's going to jump out. Oh,
no, you cannot escape that flame geyser.
The vertical hitbox enough to stuff the jump.
Listen, he's got the power of Gaia, all right?
Yep.
Summoning volcanoes, that is gun.
He is the president appointed by the Mother of Earth. That is divine.
That is a huge title.
Yeah. What is? Do you remember what that's called? Divine something, divine right, or is it whatever the
Probably.
old European kings used to.
Something with divine. I don't know.
Yeah. But either way,
I forgot.
my man G, that vertical hitbox on that super, it's one of the best supers in the game at just checkmating a person. Very hard to avoid.
Yeah, what was Rashid even supposed to do? Because he took to the skies pretty early
Yeah.
in anticipation for Dark letting the critical on rip, and it still wasn't the right answer. I don't even think wall jump would have sufficed in that situation. That's such a far-reaching critical. I gotta say, one of the better critical arts.
Absolutely. 100%.
With that in mind, right? The combo ability to it, the decent damage.
It's an anti-air. It catches you pre-jump. It can nullify projectiles, just blow through them.
And depending on what you want, it knocks back really, really far away.
We have the corner for Kyrie now. Oh, he is not reaching. Look at this man. Oh.
That was cool. All right, but not going to get anything off of that.
All right, text the regular throw. Great defense from Kyrie right there, not just jumping out.
Oh, that could have been a huge conversion off of that light. Wasn't ready for it. Oh.
Slight run up, gets the back throw. Yeah, I really like the defense from Kyrie right here, mainly because he's not just like jumping the command throw. He's being more disciplined than that. He's able to tech regular throws, so he's not getting anti-air just for jumping out.
Oh, speaking of, that crouch fierce is so good.
Okay.
I don't think that's what he wanted.
No, it's supposed to be EX, definitely. One of the common occurrences in this game. Try for a Dragon Punch, you end up with a double fireball.
I guess that's like one of the nuances of being one of the best critical arts in the game. It just happens to overlap with one of your special moves. Your main B&Bs.
Oh, nice whip punish on the throw attempt. Dark's still looking good here. Level 2 President. Oh, never mind. Level 1.
Sorry.
Reversal. Oh, EX wheel kick with the projectile invulnerability going straight through it. Yes, lands on the Sam medium punch. You get a clean follow-up with the crouch afterwards. Dark putting himself on the board.
I like seeing Cheese being able to play without having to rely too much on what level of presidency. Being able to convert off of anything with that meter, no matter what presidency level is, it's really kind of a great team player.
You keep track of the presidency levels at the bottom with that globe just next to the view reversal meter. When it's completely blank, that is level 1. He's always a president, even if it's just level 1. This is level 2 now.
Yeah, that's right. It's always 1, 2, and 3. I always thought it was 0, 1, 2.
Yeah, so it's
Just by default.
1, 2, 3, and then max. It'd be sugar 1. Oh, jumps out that time. I like that. Checking the EX whirlwind pressure. Not going to let him block it for free.
And I like the patience here for Kyrie, too. Most of the time we see Rashid's kind of press the issue, but man, he is really taking his time to dissect what Dark wants to do, stop him from any of his approaches. And he's cautiously walking back. He's not, you know.
Oh, and that's the thing, right? If you keep walking back, he does have something to check the low. Oh, no. He put it on the H vertical spinning mixer. Now you're one guess away.
That's the wrong track, man.
I can't believe he threw him out of the V-skill. Punish that. Oh, no. You did an EX. He thought he still had the maximum president. Oh, that's costed him. Dark. That's definitely why he didn't use EX right there. He thought he was still in maximum president, which would have comboed off the crouch jab. Man.
Didn't get to serve a full term, man. Got impeached way too early. Thought he was going to get the rest of the speech, but you know what? Just capped off. It's unfortunate.
I had something to build upon that comment, but I will leave it off the table.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Definitely
hey,
not.
on the board is Kyrie, so, great adaptations made against the likes of Dark. Just one small mishap from Dark. It could have changed the entire tide of that round.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Wheel kick, anti-air. I love that, too. He's like, all right, he's going to be full screen. I'm going to take this level in Presidency. Oh, he doesn't confirm off the counter hit, though. Means the wall cleans it and give him some space. Yep, just keep going low. Oh, in the throw. As soon as he conditions them to block.
Oh. Fear still present there, keeping him locked down with the whirlwind shot. The tail end of that EX, by the way.
Yeah, I want to see more jump into Eagle Spike from Kyrie. It's worked out for him before.
Oh! Jump short as an air-to-air rather than sitting in anti-airing. Now stand there. He tells you to block his own air.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, I'm not going to let him dash for free. I love that from Kyrie right there. Oh, only a slight whip punish on that command throw.
Check your legs, even from 3/4, man.
We ain't never scared.
Oh!
Oh my god!
That was the most anime thing
so good.
I've ever seen.
Why is his V skill so strong?
That was so cool.
Completely clashing with the V-trigger tornado.
Kyrie was sitting there, and Rashid as a character was just like, Nani? That's like, yeah. I've got you. Sitting there and waiting, and then you just see G coming in from the top row. Ooh da da. Like, it's useless. That was so sick. That was the most anime thing I've ever seen.
G is an anime character for sure.
Oh, man. It's so good. These stories write themselves. Oh, sneaking. Oh,
goodbye.
See you later.
Yeah, I believe he could have gone with an EX afterwards into the back fears. I think it would have been enough damage, but better safe than sorry. Dark's going to spend it all. You build meter quick in this game anyway.
Round 2.
Man, Kyrie was trying to take it down to the wire as well. 12 seconds left on the clock, man. We rarely get to see Rashid's time anybody out, honestly. I think it's mostly G's doing rather than, just the way Kyrie and Rashid's been playing.
Yeah.
It forces him to play this way.
Yeah, I've been enjoying both players' styles, mainly because they have never gotten antsy, they haven't gotten anxious.
Ooh.
Even when they're at a life deficit, they take their time. But man, Kyrie's time's looking like it's running out. Dark gonna not even go for the level up, just try for the setup, but he ends up getting thrown. Whirlwind, I like that. Just dash up throw afterwards. Oh, which way did he go?
Sick. Good blocks there from Dark. It could have been the other way at a split second. Just timing the Eagle Spike a little differently would have hit.
Just woke up with the up forward Dark.
Listen, if it works, keep doing it. If you jump and he's not going to anti-air you correctly, or you're going to take minimal damage, it's not really a big risk for you to take.
That's one of those options. I can see why his name's Dark now, because you got to tap into the dark side of the force to go into those options like that.
Exudes negative aura. You saw it. He lets it out through his V skill.
That's like one of those things that's like, if you're like new to fighting games, you hear that jumping, you can't jump a lot, right? Because solid fighting game players will always anti-air you, and that's just free damage. And like waking up with jumping exposes you to meaties, right? Like there's frames to be exposed. But once you get into intermediate and advanced levels of fighting games, doors that were closed before begin to open again if you utilize them properly. And a wake up jump forward is so good in Street Fighter V.
It's too powerful. Yeah. It's actually very, very powerful.
Because a lot of time people are going to approach you on the wake up and they're going to try to make you flinch, right? Whether it be with like a walk in, walk out, or some type of like setup just to show you something. And if they're going to do that, if they're not going to give you a true meaty or make you block something as soon as you wake up jump forward is a tremendous tool, because a lot of the time you're going to end up switching sides, and a lot of the time it'll be in the corner where you see people jumping forward.
And occasionally, if you see them get the hit and they didn't time the meaty properly, you're caught mid-air. They might actually go through with the rest of what they want to do with the button presses, right? You can catch them on the way down and punish accordingly. Like sometimes, if they try to bait with like a counter hit, they'll go into their counter hit route. But that won't be the case if you're jumping, right?
Yeah.
You're caught mid-air.
And then you just tech right in front of them, and a lot of times you get a free punish.
That can apply to other buttons as well. Crouch strong, stand strong. I'm guilty of that myself. Some people jump out of the pressure, and I commit to a low forward or a stand strong. I get punished. It happens. It's a valid strategy in 5.
Oh yeah, man, I like that. Going to the air, taking the EX Eagle Spike. All right, I'm real scrambly, but it works out.
That was really sick, yeah. Not a button press. Dark was just waiting, and he takes the throw again.
Oh man. And you see Kyrie switch to that V-trigger too as well.
And that was minus after the target, or the forward strong after the second hit.
Oh,
yes,
word.
sir.
That was super smart right there. Goes into the command throw as soon as he lands, just showing him the will kick, that visual deception. Oh yes, you ain't going nowhere.
You know what the clever thing about that was? Kyrie took the bait so well. Dark pumped
Hook,
away.
line, sinker.
He pumped away so many times for that fake command grab and just waited. Kyrie's like, oh, it just jumped away to his doom. Dark looking at match point.
And that's why you see these command grab characters utilize the regular throws in situations like that, right? Because even if it whiffs, then they can just go with a anti-air. Try to pester him with a whirlwind. Oh yeah, too far to get anything afterwards. Dark recognizing that.
Despite being punishable, I think Dark was way too far to even contest.
Throw, and just like that, we're at the other corner now. Oh.
Nice work, yes. Fierce mixer.
Trying to play Rashid's game, gives him the plus frame whirlwind.
Activate, yes, off the medium kick, dashes up. Kyrie not pressing a button whatsoever. He's going to back away. Going to play the lively game as he should, but don't get caught standing. EX rush punch, or the low rush punch in general, is going to catch you. Stand short, anti-air, the balls.
Oh man, definitely put the cojones on the table right there, but he gets counter hit by the low rush punch. Oh, it can all come crashing down, but he's not going to let that happen just yet. V-Trigger 2 activates. Give me some space back. Oh, it has whirlwind.
Oh my goodness, hot
Scary.
damn.
Scary stuff. You saw that enhanced whirlwind get completely eaten by the V-skill. But it's all right. Allow him to V-skill cancel, get that roll under, and check him with the crouch light.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, change the trajectory right at the last second with a good spike. Mixing it up against Dark.
Ooh, EX now. Puts a stop to any
Oh,
pressure.
no.
Oh, that big jump fierce from Rashid hits real early on the jump.
Especially with a tall, lanky character like G.
Hit him right on the top hat.
Where is his hurt points?
EX spin mix once again to keep him in the corner. Oh, yeah. Forward throw. Takes it this time. Dark doesn't want this to go to a game 5. That's why he's activating the max. Walking him down.
Dang. Waving to the people at home as well. What a gentleman.
He needs no secret security. He just needs that V-trigger popped. Oh, he hits again. He hasn't been successful at all on that empty jump setup. Jump forward, trades though. It's a knockdown for Kyrie. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
oh he cracked.
Don't you
he
do
cracked.
it.
Kyrie goes with the EX spinning mixer after the reset in the air. Oh no.
As we go on, we remember all the times we've spent together. Kyrie, I bid you adieu. Dark is moving on with that G. Very, very impressive play. Didn't crack at all towards that last bit, but my man, unfortunately, Kyrie fell into the darkness.
He did.
He is one with Dark now.
I understand too, right? Because we saw in one of those situations where he was hit out of the air and he teched right next to G. We saw Dark ready with the command grab.
Yeah,
before.
it was a wheel kick buffered into the command grab as he came down with it. So it was just that same exact scenario coming from that crouch fierce.
So he's like, I'm not going to deal with it. I know he's going to do something, right? He's like, he has so many options. Command, throw, meaty, all these things that can kill me. He's going to do something. I'm going to EX spinning mixer. And
But he killed himself.
little
Reed.
did he know he
What
was
kind of plot is
chilling.
this? How could you do that? That is something I didn't expect at all. I honestly thought the command grab was coming as well, and I thought Kyrie was going to back away and just take it. But no, he was going to go down swinging and did it to himself. It's the most hurtful thing.
It is. It is, definitely. He had a good amount of life left, but I mean, when you come down from an EX spinning mixer, an EX DP like that, against G, your life bar is going to be kaput. And there it
That's
is.
a great word.
Yeah. Dark will be in our loser semifinals, so that means a top 4 guaranteed finish for him. He's going to give himself a healthy amount of CPT points, regardless of how this all shakes out in the end. But before he gets to face whoever he gets to face, we got to find out who his opponent is. So we're going to the other side of losers quarters. As you can see, the way the top 8 has broken down. Dark moving on to that loser semis, and now we got Robinho up against Nero to see who his opponent will be.
Yeah, so that matchup is going to be Karen versus Balrog. Not a great match for Balrog, but on the upside, Balrog could deal out a ton of damage. And being the glass cannon that Karen is, that's something Nero needs to look forward to and try to open up with. Is just trying to get these mix-ups in, try to get all this damage on the table without falling into the traps that Karen presented with her normals.
Yeah, I think, when it comes to Balrog versus Karen, I think, yeah, like Karen can keep him at bay, right? She can put out the stand short. I think that's a real good tool to stop rush punches, like just to throw out there in general, just to stop any reckless advancement from Balrog. But in general, Balrog definitely has the damage output, right, to make her bleed and make her hurt if she gets knocked down in the corner. So you just got to keep an eye on whoever takes the life lead first, because I think playing lame is very good in this matchup.
One thing I kind of wrote off with Karen as well is her damage output as well. I got to admit, she's in the top 5 for a reason. Being able to convert off of lights as well as she does into Tenko can lead into damage, the corner carry, just let
Side
the
switch.
offensive train go and side switch if need be, right off the Tenko, spin that bar, go on the other side, and it could just lead all downhill because it leaves her at another opportunity to apply plus frames, to apply frame traps, and just keep on going with it. Get another knockdown and just continue that cycle until they're in the corner where it's even bigger trouble for Balrog players, because if they don't have that reversal, it's going to be tough. They have to block. They have to wait, sit and wait there for a good while.
They have tremendous walk speed on the side of Karen as well. Right, can never count that out in terms of just playing the raw footsies game up against Balrog. A character that has to charge, right? So at certain points, he's either going to be walking back or down backing. Karen can take advantage of that, push her presence forward in scenarios where he won't have charge.
Banana Karen. Oh my god!
All right, well, we're starting out with a clean whiff punish on Robinho's side. That is the name of Karen's game, after all.
It was like a V-skill overhead. He was really trying to reach in for
He
that
was
one.
trying to start the party, man. Got the club clothes on.
I just realized Robinho and I think it's Dark are in the same dojo.
Ooh. Familiar with each other, perhaps, for right now.
Dang!
Crush counter.
That is the hard stuff right there. Roundhouse crush counter to EX Tenko and still having it connect. Very difficult to do. Oh!
Speaking of crush counters, this time Nero's going to attack on EXs of his own. Oh, doesn't get caught reaching though. Oh, finally Robinho whiffs a crouch jab, gets thrown for it. Back throw city.
Optimal off of that. Got the meter building scenario where you got 2 screw uppers and the back throw. Great start for BA Nero. You know Nero really needs the meter. He really does, this ball.
Start pushing him towards the corner, gets the shoulder after the take.
What
Oh,
a
snap.
check, dude. My man Nero is all on it. Oh, check these fierces as well. Oh, fierce to fierce connection. I'm telling you, these guys are awake.
We are swinging. Big buttons only.
Dang, these guys are mad good. These guys are mad good. Because think about it, right? That combo alone is mad hard to do. He's doing this online?
Oh, yeah.
Son, these guys are mad good.
We are home run hitters here. We're not leading off. We're batting 3rd or 4th. Robinho taking the round, and we're going to a round 3.
Final round.
I'm ecstatic. I'm super ecstatic for the future of this tournament right now. So I want to see how it unfolds further and further out. Come on, guys.
Full bar on the side. Nero spins one on the EX.
Beat it! I'm telling you, that fierce is mad far.
Yeah, fierce in response. Oh, actually gets the dash up and the crouch strong. That's a good look. Doesn't go with the side switch, though.
Manages to get it after the back throw anyway. I like him building the V-skill, or using the V-skill to build V-gauge. And still getting the benefit of the side switch. But it doesn't matter. Ooh.
EX for Senhar real quick. Popping off right back. Robinho full B trigger on deck, but he lands into a crush counter roundhouse. Huge stuff just goes low this time. Oh, checks it. Nice buffer off that crouch light punch as well. Reset, checks the low, not biting at all.
Oh, the overhead, you're dead. Full V trigger after that.
Nero recognizing the fact that Robinho wanted to chill out, just hold it down back and exposes the dome.
You know, any hit from either player could have spelled death, because at that same time, Robinho did have almost full critical art on deck. How are you going to pan over to my man as he's tying his shoes, man? Come on, son. Why you got to do that?
The production, look. So he gets exposed, I got to get exposed, huh? It's like that.
Oh,
He gets his
man.
dome exposed, my toes get exposed. That's
what
not
happens,
cool, man.
He was actually blocking high.
I was.
That's the problem. But I forgot what my point was. But either way, it could have gone down to decision, non-boxing, in a boxing sense, right? But if Robinho was still able to get an opening, he could have led to a critical art finish.
Yeah.
Either way. So great mix-up there from my man Nero. Man, this song, this classic.
I think that was your original point, though, right? Was the fact that next hit spelled a kill for either side, right? So it was a very, very scary situation, even for Nero being on the offensive, right? Because, of course, Karen access the 3-frame normals. She gets a counter. Even without it, right, she can go jab, jab, Tenko into the super. So, yeah, definitely a very scary scenario to be in.
I was actually very surprised after the V-trigger activation from Robinho going into the Fierce for Senha and still caught Nero standing, right? Caught him with a low and went immediately into the Rekkas. I don't know if she, when I think about it, I'd have to look at the replay. When I think about it, after the low forward, I think she could have done Tenko, Rekka, crit core.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so she's a very dangerous character. Yeah, any type of hit can lead to huge damage. Oh, she's draped in the jacket?
I didn't even know there was a special input for this. I have
Same.
this. I have this costume, yo.
She's draped in the mink coat. Just tied it around her neck. That is
has
classy.
to be. That has to be real.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
That's so cool looking. And we got the grape. Oh, man. This is so sick. Okay. I literally have not seen this before.
Say it, no, legitimately.
So after that Rekka, it can be interrupted, right? If you, in between those strings, you can throw in like a jab there for at least Balrog, right? Because there is a gap between the Rekka and then the down punch elbow. Ooh! Yeah, that's what I like to see.
Anti-air.
The spacing, immaculate from Nero, quite the boxer player right now. Oh, but you know the overhead. There's so much estate to land right on the forehead of Balrog.
Yeah.
It just solicits overheads being thrown out.
Big old bullseye right in the door. Oh, right back at you.
Big targets. Oh,
Got a
I like
forehead
that.
just like Tyra. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, the confirm off the stand medium push. That was nice.
How did that win? No whip punishes that. I like that V reversal off the plus frames of that. Doesn't want Nero to get started. No way. Off of the low medium kick. Not even the full target combo. Just went straight after low medium kick.
Oh, stop trying to approach me recklessly. Checks him with the crouch medium punch again. So much damage. Throw afterwards. Full crowbar is available. Oh, you got to watch out for the chip. Oh,
Raw?
yeah. I assume it was a chip setup.
It had to be.
Yeah, which is why he just went raw. And Nero was looking to avoid that by any means necessary, so he just gets clipped. Yeah, it's one of those scenarios you'll see that looks kind of funky if you're not too familiar with Street Fighter V. Like critical arts at the end when you have no meter. People are just going to scramble on the wake up because they don't want to get chipped out.
Yeah, so we talked about that scenario too with Rekka in general where there are gaps to interrupt. If she commits to the full string of either the Rekkas into the palm where you just mash punches or the Rekka into the slide, that's technically a frame. There is no real gap to press a button.
Okay. Yeah, so he was definitely checkmated if he blocked that.
The only time you can critical art is off of the palm. You can't do it off the slide. Slide leads to a knock. Man, that is so interesting from Robinho. Just that safe jump setup. The jump strong.
Yeah. You know, you hear a lot like their forehead's been blessed in fighting games. That actually looks like it, right? Where she does a backhands your dome on the come down. Man, that mean coat keeping her nice and warm during this hot girl summer.
City girl summer.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, and he still managed to get the double stand strong because after the stand strong, there's still a lot of time to buffer into Tenko.
Man, this is definitely the City Boys outfit for Balrog now that I think about it. Trying to put some points on the board. Oh, check.
Oh, didn't get the conversion. But you know what? Playing out for Nero quite nicely. On your guard. Don't backdash out of this.
Yeah, through the backdash at the end of it. Universal still has not gotten a knockdown or gotten him much space. A little bit, though. Oh, no more V-trigger available. Critical R still on deck. That means your life will be gone in an instant. Don't get clipped. Robinho playing nice and patient.
Dang!
You see what had happened was, I said he was playing nice and patient, and then he can't do that no more. Not as soon as the commentator cursed him.
It happens. It's a real thing. Man, that was a collect call. He picked it up.
Oh.
That's crazy. Long distance and everything. Took the charges. Didn't even matter. Okay, caught him raw with the crouch strong. Might have been jumping.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw no counter hit or anything like that. Crouch medium punch, not an actual low.
Committed to it. My man has no trust issues whatsoever. Full commitment.
Quick backdash. Oh, wow. Sweep into the activation.
Oh, no.
Speaking of commitment.
Listen,
Speaking of commitment.
City Girls Summer.
Yeah.
You can't be showing commitment.
Definitely
It's a sign
not.
of weakness.
Definitely not. There's no loyalty here in this summer for sure. It's all about putting points on the board, and he blocked that cross up, punished accordingly.
If you're like this now, I don't even know how she'll be in cuffing season.
Yeah, that was just one of those scenarios, right, where like Karens, it works out time and time again for them when they go for the cross up. You caught your opponent sleeping. You do have to commit though once you go for the crit. Like if you're gonna do the critical art, you have to commit. There's no confirming that last hit or not.
I do gotta say though, if she had halted just at the elbow, she would have been at advantage at +1
Yes, yeah.
to initiate the mind games or even like a frame trap in general against Nero. But I understand him going for the elbow drop afterwards.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. That he was just gonna go for the plus situation. Oh, Rubinho gets the counter hit this time though. Puts him on the verge of a stop.
That is
Overhead.
nasty. Didn't even commit to the sweep afterwards. Or the ender of it somehow.
Reversal again. Get off me. Oh, trying to check. Just goes with a light kick into the throw. Beautiful stuff. +2 on block with that stand light kick. So you're just going into the throw. That means it's 3 frames, baby. You can't press a button on that.
Not at all. How do you check the dashes?
Dang, I like him trying to catch the walk back. You saw that, right? With the sweep attack.
Oh, wait. Man, ripping through that gap using the Senha. EX for Senha at that.
Stand fierce. Oh, he's so impactful for both sides.
Ooh, okay, yeah, big punish. Or decent punish, I would say. Not opting to go for the side switch, except with the throw. I thought he was going to spend the meter for EX Tenko to go the other side.
That's worked out a couple of times now for Rubinho. Not actually switching sides with the EX Tenko, just going with. Oh no, you got caught whipping.
Interesting. I wonder what that could have been. Or what he implied it to be. Or wanted it to be. Excuse me.
I'm at a loss as well. EX rush punch. Oh, Carter trying to do a roundhouse, but no follow-up. Maybe he wasn't expecting it, didn't hold the charge. Either way, that means a game 5, baby.
You can't show sympathy for the devil, man. You got to finish your plate. You got to do it.
Just shed the mink coat. Too hot in the summertime.
Gave her the ding-dong ditch, got the roundhouse, and backed on out of there.
Yeah.
It's like, didn't you want to finish it?
Come on, man.
Come on,
Where was the
dude.
commitment?
What kind of salesman? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that roundhouse nets so much, right? And I really just think he didn't have to charge, but you gotta be wary with that when you're playing Balrog.
You got cold feet, Ringe. Right at the tip. Just boom. Roundhouse, no. Man, I forgot how far Visco actually pushes a person back.
Definitely a good asset for Karen. Oh, even better when the opponent's reaching. Gets the stun. What are we going to see here? We've seen just like restands into throws, but he's going to take the knockdown this time.
Oh, looking like a real strong start for Robinho. I think a lot of mental damage was done that last round. It's all Robinho. Again, nothing to lose with that medium kick from that range.
One of the patented round enders of Street Fighter V. Need a pixel of health. That stand medium kick, one of the best tools.
Definitely part of the cleanup crew. You call stand medium kick when you need the job done.
Yeah. It's like the wolf.
Yeah. No conversion off the stand strong.
Puts the bodies in the bags.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, side switch.
Yes.
Yeah, not pressing a button after that.
Check again.
Immaculate checks right now. Speaking of.
Reversal, I like that. She's built up a lot of V meter from those V skills already, so why not spin some? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Takes the knockdown and the corner carry.
Legit corner kick. All the way from one side to the other. Got an activation off of that for Robinho. Get off me. Oh, no!
Got him standing.
But how? How, Sway? Oh, no conversions. It doesn't matter. He could have finished it. Nero with the target combo. You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, Robinho, 2 doors open, and he didn't take either.
He went for door number 3. There was a brick wall, Acme style. Oh, no.
Walked right into it.
The price is wrong, Robinho. Big yikes.
Oh, yeah, low that time, but good defense. Nice and
Oh.
solid.
You hear the snap back on the neck. Vertebrae broken, shattered all the way down.
The
on leg.
whiplash.
Yeah. Oh, check your legs after. Ambiguous.
Big cross up here, gonna get nice damage too. Immediate check back from
Crouch
Nero, though.
fierce, yes, sir. And that's so good. You know, going into the cancel the Tenko, still kind of hard to tell what side she's gonna land on. Oh, get over here. Give me that viewer first. Oh, you're dead.
He tried to bust out.
Oh, no!
What?
Cold feet again.
Alright, gets the overhead. No, he doesn't follow that one up with a proper conversion either.
It's his first
Robinho,
time. It's his
no!
first time, Ringe. Gentle soul. Good night, sweet prince. Nero eliminated from the tournament. Robinho, a second chance. Giving her a second chance and robbing him blind again.
That's not even just points for Hot Girl Summer. That's the points deducted from the City Boys.
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
You can get points deducted?
That was definitely points deducted right
What
there.
is the grading rubric?
All the doors and windows were open. He had opportunities to go through, but the dropped combos at the end, the dropped conversions costed him. That's so unfortunate.
He could have got the play-in slay, but you know, I just opted out at the last second. Just cold feet. It happens. I get it.
Yeah,
I
I
get
get it. I get it. I understand. So our loser semifinals has been decided. It is going to be Dark going up against Nero, or excuse me, not Nero, going up against Robinho FGC. The Brazil boys back at it once more to face off in loser semifinals. So we got 3 Brazil, 1 Peru remaining. Picaro, of course, the Peruvian representative, representing in a winners finals as well. That means he's going to have a guaranteed top 3 finish. I think that's the match we're going to right now as well. So we're going to see that Piccolo versus Blanca matchup that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, 4 Brazilians taking up like half of the top 8. Okay, I see you. Very, very nice. Good representation there. And again, quite the matchup we have coming into winners finals, but you can't sleep on the other guys over in loser semis. Again, Dark and Robinho, it's going to be real, real nice to watch. Robinho coming off of that win with that Karen, as you just saw. For those of you just tuning in, he's going to be going up against Dark with that G.
Yes.
Enveloped in the darkness, playing the way he's been playing, right?
Yeah. He's definitely tapped into the dark side when it comes to the mix-ups and whatnot. We've seen the frame kill fireball command throw set up in the corner, right?
him.
Yeah, we've seen the air-to-air reset situations where he cancels in a will kick, then cancels that into the command throw. He's definitely got some dirty stuff. He's waking up, jump forward. There's all kinds of shenanigans going on. And I feel bad for either person that drops into the losers finals because they're going to face either G or Karen, right? 2 of the scariest characters in this season of Street Fighter V.
Very much so talked about in this season of Street Fighter V. Karen, I would say still talked about very much so with one person in mind, and that's Punk. But a lot of the players this time around are starting to pick up Karen, one of them being Phenom.
Yeah, Phenom, as of course. I really still don't know how to pronounce his name. I just
We're
like
gonna go with
like
both.
doing both.
I think it covers
Yeah, I like doing both.
three options.
And then don't forget about Bonchan, man.
Bonchan is correct, yes.
Bonchan has been putting it down, of course, kind of like a sleeper cell throughout Street Fighter V, right? Always like coming in and making these top 8s, doing them with Nash sometimes, right? Just getting all of the people behind them. But now
Giving
he's
us a fan favorite Sagat every now and then.
of
as
course,
well.
yes, of course. How could I forget the Sagat? But he's really gone to the lab with Karen this season. He's been studying Punk. You can check out the FGC translated videos
I
on
love
YouTube.
those videos,
He's
man.
been doing a whole lot of studying of Punk, and you can see it pay off in dividends at these latest tournaments where he's taking first place, where he's beating Punk in the tournament on top of that. So huge props to Bonchan as well, really upping his Karen game and looking like one of the premier threats in Street Fighter V right now.
To kind of just go back to the point is that these are the characters you are seeing more and more being played in the meta, and it's just these characters are just such a threat that when we talk about this, you know, whoever loses in winners finals, it's still 2 of the biggest sharks in this top 8, right? Karen and G.
Yes, absolutely. So
There's a lot on the line for these top 3.
So yeah, it's scary dropping down to losers. 1,000%. It's Picaro and the Griffin Mask. Get ready again. That's our winners finals. Picaro on the Bison, Griffin Mask. If you're unfamiliar with him, 15th overall on the Street Fighter V leaderboard. Warlord rank, rocking the Blanca. It is a wild thing to hear. I was not expecting to get the 15th ranked person overall, number 1, and for them to be rocking Blanca, number 2. 2 complete surprises for me, at least.
I wonder which characters are within the top 20, like character usage for the top 20 players on CFA.
I would imagine it's pretty versatile. Like a lot of the top 8s you see, like in Street Fighter V, it's usually in Street Fighter in general, I think, even going back to Street Fighter 4, a lot of the time you saw the best person on the character for top 8s, right? We've gotten a couple of repeats in Street Fighter V's lifetime, right, with the Karens or the Cammies and whatnot, making multiple appearances in the top 8. But a lot of the time, and I think the best top 8s are always the best player on the character, right? And hopefully it's 8 unique characters.
It's kind of interesting when we jump from like top 8 results from CPT and compare them to like the top 8 from like CFN. You see characters like a lot of the times like in the top realm of like top 10, like Birdies, Ibukis, not too much Karen and Cammy on CFN, like respectively in that realm.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, maybe Ibuki, I think, is the most consistent one.
Yeah,
honestly.
Ibuki has like better tools for online than like a Cammy or a Karen, right? Where Karen and Cammy, like they excel with having great normals to whip punish and walk speed to complement that as well, right? So those two aspects really excel offline more so than online. But we've seen our boy, I messed up. Robinho hasn't been whip punishing consistently online, and the likes of Punk, all these Karen players have gotten so used to the online play as well that they're excelling there.
One of the bigger things, the takeaways for those characters, that they have to be able to convert, right, and hit confirm. And that's such a hard thing to do in an online scenario.
And the Griffin Mash just took Pickero's life bar away in an instant. We couldn't even get to talk about the round.
It was 2 sentences in, by the way. 2 sentences going into that round, and it was already over.
Wow. Griffin Mash still not being touched by this Bison.
He was antsy. He dove head first from the skyscrapers. It's my turn to play. I'm telling you, man. Griffin Mask is that superhero.
Oh, man. Rainbow Ball a little bit short that time. Caught Piccolo trying the anti over the crouch fierce. Yeah, that's going to be a big tool for Piccolo in this match. Any of the Rainbow Balls, any of those jumps that leave Blanca at that angle, he's going to be looking for that crouch fierce.
Well, send afterwards. Way to contest from Piccolo. A lot of Rainbow Balls coming from Griffin Mask. Piccolo not knowing what to do with it. It's going to allow him to build a lot of meter as well as close in the gap. Air-to-air exchange. Piccolo trying to keep him jailed in with that Psycho Axe.
He keeps going for these short Blanca balls. He wants him to crouch fierce. It's a big button to commit to, and he can punish it if he does.
Caught him with some sort of movement on the way down.
Back to the original side, that V-Trigger 1 dash, and we got V-Trigger 2 though. Plus frames all day. Oh. Old habits die hard, perhaps? I think that was a charge, right?
I want to say that was an up ball.
Yeah, up ball.
One more mix-up? Yeah, okay. No more V-Trigger. I thought he was going to keep pressing it. Oh! Crouch strong. Oh!
Yeah!
Rock Crusher! Double Rock Crusher, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Production is going nuts over there after seeing that. That is crazy. My man's got fish. He's got a piranha on his head.
What is that?
That's real?
Where did that come from?
I was trying to figure that out. I was like, how is that possible? I've seen that earlier. I thought it was a piece of hair. I didn't know that was a piranha stuck on his forehead.
Where are these exclusive costume codes coming from? First the mink from Karen, and now the fish biting the skull?
I understand it's classic Blanca outfit, but I didn't know there was a code for him to have piranha biting on his forehead. This is news to me. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's super dope.
All right. All right. I respect it. I like this a lot.
Oh, I toss him back into the corner.
I never knew why he had those anklets on his legs either. By the way, was he held captive against his will?
I don't remember the lore.
First of all, how did he survive being dropped from a plane as a kid?
I mean, look at him.
And how come his mom didn't go look for him in the Amazon?
Yeah,
Should have jumped with
place,
him.
Bro. Maybe she was just trying to get rid of him. Trying to have a hot girl summer.
That turned dark real quick. That went from winner's bracket to loser's bracket so fast. Are you all right? Oh, boy.
It's been a rough summer for the City Boys.
Jeez. City Boys to Jungle Boys. I get it.
Oh, no follow-up at that point. He just
I don't think
EX
he had the
block
bar to
balls.
do
Yeah.
Oh, no. Cross up. Keep going. Nice and easy.
Yeah. Low forward. Piccolo waking up with something, trying to challenge the Griffin Mask situation.
Round 2.
Oh, man. And the fish is back. Hungry for more. Shout outs to the piranha, man. Just hanging on in there for dear life. Honestly. There's more on his butt. Okay. There's another one. There's another one in his butt pocket. That's crazy.
The way you exclaimed, I thought you were going to talk about what happened.
No, there's
a
one
piranha on his rear end. How is he playing like this?
That's crazy.
Oh, Blanca ball. It's time.
No, you can't get out of there like that. Oh, boy.
Ferocity. Whoa.
Nice reversal.
Whoa.
Oh, big punish. Yes, sir. Yo, Griffin Mask is such a wild child, but Picaro doing real well, keeping the wild contained.
My goodness. I'm at a loss for words at this point, honestly. Low forward into the electric.
So many surprises, honestly.
That was real good. That's what he wants, exactly. He wants you to whiff that crouch fierce. Oh, dash. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still can't contest after a blocked Rainbow Ball. It's not like the old style where if you block a Rainbow Ball, he's going to bounce back.
Yeah, that's plus frames, and he's going to be point blank. Back throw. Yep, guaranteed Psycho Axe afterwards.
Oh, not over there. You can't do anything after that. Ooh. No, sir. Oh, Picaro's got it. Nice, man. Easy. Not quite.
And he had no EX bar.
Yo, wake up with crouch jab. Has the V trigger. You have to block all this incoming.
Oh, no!
It was the Piranha.
Wipes his hands clean of the work. Griffin Mask taking a 2-0 lead right there.
You hate to see it, man. When the Blanca ball comes biting you in the ass at the end, that's rough stuff, man.
You hate to see it because Picaro was like, all right, I'm going to jump back because he's going to Blanca ball at me. It didn't matter. The Blanca ball hitbox. Still catching his jump back roundhouse attempt. That means it's 2-0 for the man with Piranha on his face.
That's cheap. That's like plus 10 to damage or something. Piranhas bite hard.
That's like, yeah, I think that's just like fueling the Blanca, increasing the ferocity.
It's on his head, man.
Just chewing on his brain.
Yeah. Is that why he's making these decisions?
Yeah, exactly.
That is? Oh, I see. Picaro hasn't found a stop to anything Griffin Mask is doing yet in this round, right? Trying to contain the madness, but it's so difficult.
Yeah, and that's what Griffin Mask has primarily been implementing is this like wild move across the screen constantly in these unpredictable ways, try to get you to whiff these anti-air attempts and then actually commit to one that's plus. He's really throwing Picaro for a loop. Yeah, back to me now. Oh, look
that
at
was
this.
A good idea.
He's like, what can I do for an answer? What can I do? I do the EX Stomp to get out of the situation, but it still doesn't punish him. Griffin Mask still V-Trigger 2 all the way available. That just means more plus frames.
What is Bison supposed to do to contain this Amazonian beast?
Yeah. Griffin Mask is doing such a good job not being predictable. Wow, he actually low-profiled that, but he ended up crossing up because of it.
I think it's a really great point. Griffin Mask has just shown up all the stops, and it's hard to keep him contained, especially with meter. Also, it's like you don't even know if you're supposed to apply that kind of meaty pressure, because if you don't, then he gets away and gets to reset the situation where he's moving all across the screen, and you can't track him down. Oh.
Yeah, the reason you have to commit to try to stop these rainbow balls, even if he starts coming up short, is because they're plus on block. You block them, he's just going to keep taking his turn.
You think maybe if Picaro just kind of just sits there and blocks it, he's just going to like run out of steam and eventually give up his turn? I think that's what Picaro might be anticipating.
Yeah, perhaps.
Nice use of the reversal there, but break you! EX up ball.
He knows.
Oh my god! Look at that hell attack. Jump strong at the right angle, the right timing. Nice work there.
I think he's found his answer with the hell attack. It's going to still be tough to do, but at least this time he doesn't have to wait for Blanca to come to him. He can kind of meet him in the middle and get big damage if it connects properly.
Oh. I thought he could have continued to punish. Get lost, man! That's such a sick over.
Okay,
nice.
Stomp beating the rainbow ball this time.
And I like him jumping away instead of just trying to walk back from that electricity. That's going to be plus frame for Blanca. So you didn't want to be involved in any of that. Rainbow balls again. I don't think Picaro should go for that jump. Might try to catch him. Jump it away! Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he stopped it. The ears get stuffed.
Ooh, yeah, stay grounded on that one. You don't want to get caught airborne. Doesn't matter. Low forward. Dude, that's a 3-0 against Picaro.
Yeah, Picaro, I mean, you mentioned, right, Capcom Cup participant. This man has been to the finals, the offline finals of Capcom Cup before. One of the premier players from Latin America, and he just got 3-0'd by our man Griffin Mask, unfamiliar with us two at least before this tournament. Should not have been unfamiliar because he's 15th overall on the leaderboard. Online is clearly his domain. He completely wiped the floor with Piccolo, taking it 3-0 with that Blanca.
Warlord Blanca.
Warlord
Making
Blanca,
it
bro.
into the grand final seat here today in Capcom Pro Tour Online Qualifier.
So many impressive characteristics about his Blanca so far. I'm really enjoying the fact that also whenever Piccolo got a knockdown that he knew an EX Stomp was the follow-up, like a typical Bison setup for that, he immediately just like, quick tech, EX Blanca Ball. Get that out of here. Like, completely shutting down a lot of Piccolo's options and just overall extremely solid Blanca play.
I think he was 100% on the usage of the EX up ball
Yeah.
on reversal because of how ambiguous his decisions were, right? You couldn't even tell how he was going to move. And that's putting him all the way towards that grand final spot, as you see before you, putting Piccolo in that loser's finals, awaiting his fate between the likes of Dark and Robinho, whom are a part of the same dojo, by the way, if you haven't noticed.
Yes.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Rivalidade?
Something, yeah. I think it's
Rivalidad?
pretty,
I think
yeah.
Rivalidad.
Yeah, Rivalidad. Dark, Robinho, two very good players so far. We've seen Dark rock the G, Robinho rock the Karen if you're just joining us. So Piccolo's going to have to face the winner of that, right? We have our top four settled. The Griffin Mask guaranteed top two finish here, so he's going to get a fat amount of CPT points. Man, I hope to see this guy at all the CPT events in the future.
Get him to Evo.
That's what I'm saying.
Community come together. Get this man to Evo.
I don't know, yeah, if he's registered already or what, but I hope he has. I hope we see him next week for Evo in Vegas this coming weekend or this coming next weekend.
That's right.
Should be an amazing time. Just overall, the premier fighting game tournament every year in the world, so there's going to be plenty of people there. There's plenty of people tuned in right now that are going to be on a quick break because we are taking one as well. We'll be right back with the rest of losers semifinals and the rest of the tournament. Do not go anywhere.
This is the path of my destiny.
Come on.
This is the path of my destiny.
Pleased to meet you.
Do you struggle to find happiness? Do you get the feeling there's something greater for you? There is.
This is the path of my destiny.
Dare you challenge the king?
And welcome back to twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. I am Wrench, this is Vicious, and we are here to continue the top 8 for the Latin America South event for Capcom Pro Tour Online. Unfortunately, we do have some bad news to break to everybody. Robinho, yes, Robinho, I didn't want to mess up his name, has unfortunately bowed out of the tournament because of a power outage. I believe someone had a automobile
Incident. Yeah,
vehicle accident.
A vehicle struck a power line, or at least a pole that took down a couple power lines over near his area, and there's an entire power outage on his block. You can't make this up. Actual factuals. That's what happened to Robinho. And as you can see, the updated top 8 bracket, that's going to be the conclusion of semifinals. Robinho taking a big L, unfortunately.
Definitely L handed out to him by a driver on his on his block. That's unfortunate. Not even by Dark.
You know what it was? It was Dark sent out one of the goons to take out power on his block. It's like, I can't allow you to pass.
Beast. You said they were from the same dojo.
By
he
any
might have his
means
number.
necessary. What if Robinho went to Dark's house and played on the same station, and they just recorded it or like streamed it and like relayed the message to us or something? Like, hey, by the way, we played this match off stream. I don't know, man. I'm really reaching here. I really wanted that match to
It would have been a good match. Unfortunately, we are going to move directly into losers finals though, so it's going to be top 3 action. Again, we saw Piccolo, one of the favorites to take the whole tournament, a great Bison player who's been a Capcom Cup, who has won many online and offline tournaments, actually fell 3-0 up against the Griffin Mask, rocking the Blanca. Who is the Masked Man? We decided. We remember. We talked about it earlier. It's just Ono
it's
with
just
the
actually
eyes.
Ono, yeah.
Ono with the Blanca Chan on his shoulders.
He's on his Latin America tour right now.
yeah.
Everywhere he goes, he greets the entire city from atop the skyscrapers. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Every time.
That's so good. Just with a Blanca right there.
Yes.
He wants the whole city to do the Shoryuken.
Oh, yes. Despite being a Blanca player, Shoryuken time.
Yeah, Shoryuken.
Everybody. Every single time. I love it. I'm a fan. That's the new lore. But again, the new updated top 8 leaves us here at Losers Finals. It's going to be Piccolo going up against Dark.
Yes, Dark on the G, who has been immaculate so far, has pretty much had every conversion no matter what level, has had a lot of shenanigans prepared as well. We've seen a lot of the frame kill fireball setups to lead into the command throw. We've seen just in general great utilization of the whiff special cancel tool that G gets in V-Trigger 1.
The awareness of the situation from Dark, not only from those specific scenarios where he would anti-air and go into like the wheel kick into the grab, but the awareness of spacing. The one instance that I remember specifically was him anti-airing with forward fierce, getting the wheel kick and the V skill and going into the critical art, which is beautifully done because you have to have specific spacing and awareness of where the opponent lies when it comes to executing that combo route.
Precisely. The thing with G, right, is that a lot of times you just want to go crouch fierce because it's like the answer to all jump-ins. But the optimal thing is to get that fierce and then get the follow-up. That's so much damage and corner carry. Oh, able to dash through the fireball that time, though. That was a big break for Piccolo, but already working that command throw game. Has him in the corner, level 2 on deck, and he's going to stay there because he gets combos like that. Level 2 President is super optimal.
Getting him in that roundhouse afterwards is such a suave way to end it, too. I'm a fan, man.
He's just bullying this man down. V-reversal blocked. You still can't knock him down. He's still level 2 President. Finally getting rid of that. Oh, and then we got the tick throw set up. Jab directly to the forward throw. What is next? EX. Oh, no. He gets his top hat tapped.
What are you supposed to do about these frame traps coming from the side of Lord Bison, right? Frame trap specialist.
Yeah, try him with the Kinshasa right there. Goes into the V-trigger. Oh, just dashes under. Yep, keeping it safe.
An option for Piccolo to use the meter from EX stomps to get past the projectile. Very, very smart choice. Man, he's all over it. Not falling victim to any of the shenanigans, but it's not over yet.
Yeah, we're going to jump, use the last bit of that V-trigger. Oh, man, he's got to be careful with that projectile. He does have critical art on deck. He can spawn with the light it up.
I don't think the projectile's coming any soon from Piccolo. No meter to be had. The dash in. The patience from Dark.
Yeah, but Dark has not gone antsy, not gotten anxious this whole time, even despite a life deficit.
Oh my!
Oh, he backed
Oh
out.
no!
You gotta be
He did
yes!
it again, and he caught him! Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
Man.
and that's exactly what Dark wanted, right? Because he was going to force him to use that V-trigger for a V-reversal. He wanted to put him in that chip scenario, so ends up getting even luckier and just catching him on the counter hit and converting to the full kill.
I can't believe it. Dark with 1 second on the board, too. I feel like if time ran out, do you think Piccolo had enough life to still manage to win? I don't know.
I think if it was the damage from the rush punch looked like it was enough, but man, it still could have been scary.
Photo finish.
It really was. It was looking like Eris in the GTA casino.
That's not the clip, by the way. Woo!
Oh, gets it with the maximum President command throw. Yeah, extending for the full damage. Holy moly.
And the corner carry. Frame kill, nice block from Dark.
Oh,
But didn't
again.
stop the advance from that dash, allowing him to set himself up for the command grab. And it's going to be, again, same old story.
Oh, he caught him reaching it. He just needed one hit for stun. Goes to level 2 President, but messes up the stun combo. This gives Piccolo a chance here. Target combo into the V-trigger activation. Goes to the other side with the Psycho Crusher. Giving him some space back. EX Psycho Blast. Goes through with the projectile invulnerability. Oh, catches him trying to backdash with a medium punch. Nothing doing though. Just backs up. Psycho Crusher at the very tip.
Don't press a button.
Level 2 still available for Dark here. Jumps over and gets anti-aired with the crouch medium punch.
Caught him with the tail end. That crouch strong, catching that jump away scenario from Dark. Really unfortunate, man. It all came down to him missing the stun combo.
Yeah.
He had it. Had it on a silver platter.
Nice neutral jump, hell attack, gets the scissor kick follow up as well. Wow, double dash. Was reading a back tech.
Can you block this?
Oh, I love that. Chasing down the back dash is a very popular response to Psycho Axe because it's only +1.
Keep him there.
Oh, you ain't going nowhere. Piccolo responding in kind. Stun bar is there. Oh, yeah. Psycho Blast at the very end for that damage he needed.
Piccolo. running it all the way back from that deficit. Huge turnaround from that first round in that game where he fell short to that critical art. Almost lost it again the second round and immediately turned it around in his favor. That was... I don't know, man. I don't even know how to call that.
That was a great bounce back for sure because, I mean, it's so easy to get overwhelmed by G, right? Again, one of the best offensive characters in the game, bar none. So you got to keep your composure. Again, Bison does have a 3-frame light kick. No invincible reversals, though, right? So can't really bust out without risking getting frame trapped.
Huge amounts of mental fortitude there for people. Being able to survive all that entire onslaught and still manage to walk away with a W. That is just like a ridiculous amount of concentration.
Impressive stuff so far. Again, he was one of the favorites coming into this Latin America South top 8.
And I like that. Yeah, checking with the medium kick, caught him airborne, and immediately going into the Psycho Axe medium to keep Dark grounded and keep him at least contained in this corner. Right? He doesn't want to give him any sort of mobility, any sort of space to work with. Just keep him locked down with the thrust pressure.
Yep, and that's something that Bison is so good at. Building that gray life, building that chip damage. Oh, just regular throw this time. Picaro waking up with a 3-frame light kick, though. Going to activate his own V-trigger now.
You got to see if he has the meat. He's first to be scared. I like that. Way to contest from Picaro, and then backs away as soon as he loses his opening, or at least loses his momentum.
Yep, he has the life lead, and he's going to work it. Make Dark come to him. Let that V-trigger slowly dwindle down.
Out of there.
Beautiful.
My guy's a smooth criminal.
Psycho Crusher to escape. That expends a lot of his V-trigger, though. Oh, the light directly into the super this time. Going to put as much damage on him as possible. One guess away.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he went into the wheel kick right there. Not going to be able to combo. Plants the seed. Oh, just cranks him on him. Trying to keep him locked down in this corner here.
Down to the wire again. 6 seconds. Here comes the Psycho Blast. No! Swing and a miss. Crouch jab. Really far from G. The other light normals from Bison, not as much.
Yeah, definitely not as much range as G's.
Oh, swinging away. And a 2-hitter like that? That's so disrespectful. The sound cues have just been on point today. I don't know how to call it.
Been very fitting. Oh, okay. Able to work the tick command throw again. Yes, and that's why you go for regular throw in that situation.
As the option selects.
And we've seen this from both players, right? Once they have the life lead, they're going to walk back, make their opponent hang themselves. I love it.
Oh, big time? No.
Yeah, this does not work. You have to go into EX or low rush punch from the life punch. I believe.
Oh, that's from way back there.
Actually, I think light punch can go into regular rush punch. I'm not sure why it didn't work. But either way, Dark taking it with the air-to-air. Very dominant game for him. Bouncing back after Picaro takes the first one.
I got to say, that was a very deep anti-air. He was clearly out of bounds for that. I don't understand how that... I say this now, but I've seen it time and time again, and it's still going to pose the same question, like, how is that hitting from behind him?
Yeah, it's wild, right? Because he's one of the tallest characters in the game, but that you can hit that crouch fear so late. Like, it shrinks his hurt box so much and just puts this fat hitbox above his head right there. And, yeah, even if you're almost all the way completed with your cross-up jump, you could still get knocked out of it.
That's so unfortunate, man, because he had the right idea to try to escape, but it's just going to clip him.
Yeah, and then again, he's one of those characters with command grabs, right? So you're gonna end up teching after you're getting anti-aired right in front of him, and then you're like, "What? I can't believe I just got hit that deep in my jump in." And then while you're thinking that, you just get command grabbed, or you get hit and you're just dead.
He's gotta eat it, I guess. He's gotta eat it as is. Sorry, bud.
No milk, just this dry expired cookie. Hold it.
Why is it expired?
Huh?
Oh, I mean it's crumbling. So. Oh, okay. I just thought
it's
it was
like dust.
I just
all
thought it was
chalky.
like a poorly done cookie, honestly. But an expired cookie, that's even worse. That actually sounds terrible. You're consuming dust. Flavored, it's like flavored dust.
I think that's how it feels when you're in the corner against G.
You're eating flavored dust. Yeah.
You're eating an expired cookie.
Old man sprinkles. Ugh, gross. It's dandruff. Okay, it's nasty up there. So I keep his top hat on. But yeah, man, I gotta say, Dark's looking in prime position to boot himself back into grand finals the way he's playing.
Oh, for sure. He definitely looks like it, right? Of course, Picaro did get 3-0'd by Griffin Mass. Already put himself on the board here against Dark, but Dark's G has been extremely impressive. back to the neutral game. It seems like he already tagged him with a fireball, so he gets a nice little life lead to start out. Love that response with the scissor kick, though. Not going to let him take a turn.
And that's so far. That's what I call the privileged sweep. When they go on one hand and you use both legs to sweep.
Definitely is a characteristic of some of the privileged characters throughout fighting games.
Yeah, you've seen that comparison. Such a funny meme. Those 3 pictures of those 3 female players.
Yeah.
It's too good. Crouch fierce, you know it.
All day, every day. Dark has been working it. And yeah, from this range, he likes to play the fireball game. Picaro, though, has gone anti-air again and again. Nice. Can't check the dash in time. He gets the counter hit combo. Yes, build up the chip, build up the gray. That's what Bison's good at. Can't be swinging for the fences the whole time. Oh, yes. Meaty enough to kill him. Oh, yeah.
It's very interesting choice he went for the VP. I don't know, maybe he got that last exchange that people had with Dark, maybe Dark tried to press the button and then tried to go with the
Yeah.
I think that's what the exchange was, but
I think you are on the money. Fireballs again start pestering him, but quick response with a scissor kick, right? It's like,
oh.
The,
That had to be a EX scissor.
yeah.
Man, I'm just calling all the wrong things.
I
If I watch this replay, it's like, no, that was an EX Cycle Blast.
Yeah, it
Oh,
could have been
come
an
on,
EX Cycle Blast. Could have been an EX Stomp. Of course, EX Stomp Striking Bull doesn't start up till frame 3, so it definitely could have been that.
And he's still within range of that stand fierce. Despite Dark's efforts of kind of remaining outside that range, throwing the fireballs, Picaro still manages to sneak in a normal or two.
Yeah, you can see these neutral jumps for Picaro as well, just in case Dark gets overzealous and brings out a rush punch of some sort on the lower high. Oh, beautiful. He just, this jump back jabs have put in a stop to a lot of the jumping pressure that Dark has been looking for. It's not the most damage, but sometimes all that matters is contact, baby. If you can keep control of the pace, it's still a good decision.
Activate route? Yes, sir. Oh, yo.
Oh, which way did he go? The AI two-step. Do you have the answers? Oh, behind the back.
So much comfort on the landing. So much.
Yeah.
Those shoes are mad comfort.
And then he blocks. Even if he blocks there, the cycle. I don't know if you were talking about mine or his.
Oh, I meant the AIs.
Oh, the AIs. My bad. The Reeboks, the classic.
Yeah, the questions.
Yeah, the questions. But prime basketball shoe, sidebar. But yeah, even if he did block that cross up right there on the Devil's Reverse, the Cycle Blast was still coming, right? So he was going to have to deal with the extended pressure, extended guessing game. So that was a very good setup from Picaro right there. Bouncing back after that G nonsense that happened in game 2, he just got ran over.
And it was a tough scenario to kind of like figure out where to block at that second, because even if he, like, let's take it back. If he didn't even want to jump or block, he could have probably jumped, but I think with the timing of the Devil's Reverse, it would have appeared just in time to catch him on the way down, because G has one floaty jump, right? So I don't think jumping would have been the proper option, so it left him at that decision to guess which side to block.
Yeah. And he just got caught a little bit of sleep at the wheel right there. Of course, V-trigger, and one for Bison. They always teleport to the other side on those Devil's Reverses. You got to keep an eye out for that. Yeah.
It's so tough too, man. You don't even want to try to contest it with a normal, because if you miss timing, you get crouch down.
Yeah, we saw earlier somebody anti-aired one of the actual, like, I think it was Griffin Mask actually. Well, Blanca, like, crouch fierce, like a teleport behind the Devil's Reverse, and I was like, he's a genius. Like, it's so hard to do stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so the crouch strong reaches pretty.
Oh, it's crouch strong,
Yeah,
okay.
pretty far behind him as well. It's one of those. Oh no, the hunting rifle's out. You know, it's serious
man.
business.
It is Wabbit season indeed.
It's duck season.
It's duck season. Wabbit season. All right, we already have him in the corner as well. Oh. I like this color a lot too.
It's a very solid color. I like that.
Yeah, because he caught the start with a fireball. I heard the audio cue.
Oh, the little sparkle.
Yeah, a little.
Little shine. Yeah. Oh. And look at all the damage done. Despite not landing a single hit here, man, he's done so much damage via chip, via gray life.
It's crazy how good Bison is at that. Definitely the best character in the game at just annoying someone with chip and gray life.
Meanwhile, you have G actually landing hits and converting into full damage.
Oh no,
Meanwhile,
you're dead. Oh no, you're not dead. Still alive so far. Oh,
Nani? Oh, I like that. Yeah, he did have the reversal. Doesn't he do it?
is he like still too stuck in that? Okay, he wasn't.
I didn't
Okay.
think so. I'm glad there was enough invulnerability for him to actually get out of that, because
Yeah.
that was a case where if the critical art was still active,
That's what I was afraid of as well. I was like, oh no, is he still just gonna get burned to death? even-
actually, if he was further out from the fireball and pushed him further back, I think he
so.
would have died.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, all right, he gets the command throw. Yeah, I'm not gonna take the level up, rather just take the dash in and get the Oki.
Oh, that was slick. Oh, if he got that, that would have been godlike.
Yeah, I would have. Ooh, tried to get him reaching, but no, neutral jump from Piccolo. You're the anguish. Ew.
I've never heard you make that noise ever.
All right, we activating once again. Oh, now we're just gonna pester him. B-skill all day, every day. That point blank projectile. Oh, you want to escape?
Don't do
I
it.
feel you. I know you want to escape. Oh no, you're swinging. Ah!
He backdashed out of that? Oh no, he caught him with the slide. So I understand, Piccolo wanted to go for the V-trigger activation ASAP, but that wasn't the time, amigo. We had V-trigger on deck still.
That B-skill is so good.
It's obnoxious.
It is ridiculously good. He could just stand at that range and jump, or stand and press it, and it's a huge problem. It is a gigantic issue. You just have to sit there and deal with this projectile that's like leaving him at positive frames, like, and then he can jump, bait out your anti-air, punish with it because he's staying in the air even longer. Man, he can special cancel it behind it. It's so tough to deal with.
What V-trigger did Piccolo have?
One, because he was
Okay.
teleporting behind.
I feel like there was a situation where, in that case, if he's locked down, you think so?
Psycho Crusher?
So that's one thing. But if he had V-trigger 1, either way, whatever he had, I think he had full bar. He could have gone for EX head stomps to get himself and nullify that situation where the
Yes.
projectile was coming,
Yes,
because
projectile
of being vulnerable
invul.
from like 1 to 18 or something.
Yeah, for projectiles.
So
yeah.
get himself out of there, out of the corner. But I feel like he wanted to save that meter for V-trigger 1 instead, for the explosive damage, instead of like
Yeah.
risking that 1 bar. Because if he goes for a combo, spends it, and it doesn't kill, he's gonna be in a really tough situation. So
Yeah.
it's hard to really call out. I'm just looking at the options, really.
Definitely hard to deal with. Yeah, I was thinking of Psycho Crusher if he switched to V-Trigger 2, but as you mentioned, no matter what V-Trigger is in, he can go with the projectile invulnerability of EX Stomp. But it looks like he did switch to V-Trigger 2. Yeah.
Okay, so that might have been the case. So
It also offers you just an escape from the corner in general, right? Oh, word! Just calling it out. Has seen him jump once or twice after leveling up. Back to back with it. Oh yeah, not gonna let him bully him again.
oh no, this guy's keeping it super ambiguous, keeping him in the dark. Ah, I like that. All right, okay, I didn't even do that. I got myself.
Yeah, I like that. Those are the best ones when you get yourself.
Oh,
Jumps out of the throw attempt here. Piccolo still waiting on that V-trigger activation. Yeah, you gotta imagine he's looking for the slide activation. No activation at all though. He's gonna die for it. Dark converting with the light punish into the double EX combo.
and that's the second time. The first one I thought he was being real slick. Like, all right, nice. You
Yeah.
saw the confirm, or you saw the hit happen, and didn't go for it. That's good. Second time around, didn't get the activation. Died for it with a ton of resources on hand.
Huge hit on that EX because he got rid of the level, but right back at him. That crouch jab anti-air, still one of the best options for Bison. Gets another EX scissors.
Yeah, relieving the pressure after that forward throw, not going to be able to pursue afterwards, but Piccolo still with a decent life lead and still within that range of Cycle Act. He's still trying to mess with Dark in that area and getting in there. As soon as he's in there, he trained him for the frame trap, now going for the throw. But here comes V-Trigger. Not even going G, here comes V-Trigger.
Yeah, man. And we see it again, the frame kill fireballs into the command throw. Oh my god, your life disappearing in an instant. Tries to catch a reaching, incredible discipline from Piccolo.
See that option now? He's using it a lot more. Get himself out of there. Cycle Crusher. He still contested after that?
Oh, put that away, son.
So smart, and I
Yes.
like that. He was waiting for it the whole time. Hook, line, and sinker. Piccolo turning it up a notch.
Yeah, and we've seen Dark actually EX wheel through a lot of the projectiles here today already, right? So great scouting.
Oh, it's beautiful homework. That's was for Piccolo.
now back to the game. Actually traded with the crouch jab. Piccolo takes his turn back after it as well. Yeah, it's just keeping the frame traps up. Well done. Doesn't get the full hits of the fire, but still in control.
Nothing but frame traps. That's what I'm talking about. Because now it's stacking up against Dark's favor, right? Piccolo looking at match point, the anti-air. Now he has to sit back, relax, and enjoy his time. No, you can't do that!
He activated, but he was already in the middle of the rush punch. Wow, he actually caught him on that reversal attempt. You see Bison moved back a little bit for whatever reason, or whatever special came out.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, he jumped into it! Oh, my God.
All right, well, Piccolo able to take losers finals 3-1, I believe. Moving on.
3-2, 3-2.
3-2.
That was down in the last,
okay,
round, man. Listen, it sucks that he dashed into the jumping. I'm really sad about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is very sad.
I wanted more fists to fly beforehand.
Yeah.
Dang.
And, oh, man, it's a really ballsy move by Piccolo to even jump in a scenario like that.
Man.
Yeah, because he already set out the projectile, right? So all he has to do is sit there and wait behind it. But he dashed in thinking that he would respect the fact that it's coming across the screen. But nah, man, he did not respect it whatsoever. Jumps over, exposes the decision-making of Dark, and manages to kill them all.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Jeez, man, I wanted that. I kind of wanted it to play out different. But either way, congrats to Piccolo moving on back into the Griffin Mask's stage, right?
Yeah.
He's setting himself up in that grand final spot, although in the loser's side. So Griffin Mask does have the benefit of the winner's side, right? So you see right there in the finale there, Griffin Mask versus Piccolo, and the losers finals, Dark just falling a little short.
Just a little short.
But such a valiant effort, taking home third place, and a great way to do so. And again, Rubinho with fourth place, as we may or may not have mentioned. Unfortunate circumstances for him. A car crashed in his neighborhood, took out the power with him.
Yeah, exactly. The power is out in his entire block, which is incredibly unfortunate. He had been looking very good ever since dropping in that first game to Piccolo. He took Piccolo down to the wire as well, right? 3-2 in that winners match, as you can see. And then after that, he was running roughshod, got 3-2 over Nero. And I was really looking forward to his match with Dark. Unfortunately, just did not go down. However, we're getting the run back for winners finals. Incredible winners finals that we had as well, Piccolo versus Griffin Mask. I say incredible because, not because it was like 3-2 or a close set, just because Griffin Mask's Blanca is bringing stuff to the table that I have never seen.
We weren't even invited to this table ever.
No,
now, this is our
no.
first glance at
Yeah.
what the Blanca show is all about. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm down for, honestly. And speaking of, the entirety of Top 8 had a pretty diverse roster, which is what we kind of chimed in on at the startup of the broadcast, where we had, I don't think we had any real repeats at all, not that I think of.
Yeah, Bison. It was Bison, Karam, Blanca. Kyrie was playing Rashid. Stunner, I believe, was playing Cammy. Dark with G. MD Luffy. I can't remember. Nero was playing Balrog. And then Luffy was playing who?
I can't remember. Laura!
Laura. So,
Laura.
all right, so yeah, 8 unique characters here
Very good.
for the Latin America Top 8. Again, we are down to our grand finals. That means Dark is going home with the third place prize. When it comes to the points for the CPT Online, we're going to see who takes home first and second, who gets that lion's share, who rises up in the Latin America standings. We're going to see right now, grand finals on deck. Man, I really am interested in seeing what type of answers Piccolo has for Griffin Mask's Blanca, because if you saw winners finals, Griffin Mask was utilizing those rainbow balls like crazy, and not to actually put pressure on the Bison, right, but to come up a little bit short and cause him to whiff the Crouch Fierce. Crouch Fierce is a good anti-air like angle, but it's a big button, a lot of commitment to it, a lot of recovery. So if you manage to land pretty short, you can punish. I've seen him punish with sweep. We saw him punish with EX Blanca ball just in response. So there's a lot of tools that Blanca can go to if he sees this whiffed Crouch Fierce from Bison.
It's such tight timing to kind of catch Blanca on the way down with the sweep. I'd like to imagine him kind of just walking towards it a little bit, because we saw what the frame data was like if he had blocked the rainbow ball. It is +3.
Yeah, at least.
We understand the kind of detrimental situation that is, but I feel like maybe he could kind of close the gap by walking a little bit, and then if he's within range, whether he goes far or short, to at least go air to air with him with like hell attack, like jump.
Yes.
Because that has a lot of power.
Yeah, we saw like one hell attack in winners finals. I'm definitely looking for Piccolo to utilize that more, 100%.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if he's figured it out against Piccolo, because again, the last time they encountered each other was a 3-0 round one. Yeah, for the Griffin Mask.
Yeah, and the I think solution that Hell Attack presents is the fact that he won't have to wait for the Rainbow Ball, right? He'll be able to meet him in the middle, hopefully get some damage on him that way.
And I like that. Yeah, keeping it a little bit close quarters with Lord Piccolo. He's walking him down a little bit. But now he's in fear of the crouch fierce range. Man, what an obnoxious button.
Oh, I like that. Checks the Rainbow Ball. He knew he wasn't going to have to block it.
Don't do anything!
Oh, man.
Oh no, he's coming back with a rock crusher.
Yeah, I love the way the Griffin Mask just tags on these overheads.
Son.
There's the Hell Attack.
Great awareness. Great reaction. Push counter. Heavy button. Stun. He's going to get it this time. Don't drop it like our guy Dark did.
Yeah. Piccolo making that stun count, able to kill off the Blanca here in round 1. Oh, he brought the Piranhas out.
Anger levels are rising. That's the secret. He's always angry.
Again, the Hell Attack is there for Piccolo. Definitely a great adjustment he's already making. Has him in the corner. Wake up with the buttons. Get off me. Oh, right back at you. Yes.
Man, covered him this time. Griffin Mask tried to go for a button again. Got counter hit with that meaty. Oh, what are you grabbing? That's not your mama.
Godlike.
What are you doing?
Bison definitely does not console anybody. He's not here to hold you and read you sweet nothings at night. No.
Even if you were his own kid.
No, definitely not.
He'll drop you off with Amazon again.
Give you the ball rog to raise.
Yes. He'll drop you off as a kid, pretend he's so glad he found you, take you up on a trip again, and then drop you off.
Yeah.
More.
Hope you survive in the jungle, my boy.
Chin Blanca. I'm not talking about the TO. Bars. Yo, you can't miss one like that.
Yeah, Trays immediately responds with his reframe, though, as soon as Griffin Mask is able to put some pressure on. Oh, dash in behind that crouch medium punch. That was a clean dash in.
Coming out with the heavier buttons on, wake up. Lost score that.
Plus 11 or
Plus
something.
11, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The EX one is very, very plus.
That's not oh, okay, Hell Attack's more prevalent here in this round. Or excuse me, in this set. And that's fine, yeah. Got the tail or the weird angle of that Rainbow Ball, not being able to jump it. Or at least not ready for it, at least.
Oh, here we go. He tried to get the cross up. That's why he stood up right there. That was really good defense for Piccolo.
Man, I gotta admit, the way Griffin Mask is playing makes me want to play.
Yeah, right? He's definitely like one of those players that will show you the light when it comes to the character.
A lot of these options that, you know, we haven't really seen against this player.
Oh! Get lost! He's been so good at training his opponents not to press anything after that lightning. And there it is. He takes that extended gap he's granted and grants his opponent with an overhead.
Yeah, because this press, you know what's even worse is that even if Piccolo decided to walk back and block, low forward was still in that range to threaten him. Oops. Oh, we got the parries in the back fist. That's right. Don't you do it.
That parry was dupe.
It's so cool. The Phalog back fist.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Oh, swiping away.
Oh,
dang,
that was
was chonky too.
Yeah.
Other side, low forward, not even a light. My man, he knew it was gonna hit.
EX Rainbow Ball gets him out, but he tries to slide. Huge commitment. Piccolo can't kill off just yet, but he does with the tick throw.
How did he know he was gonna go for the sweep? Down forward fierce, he neutral jumped.
Yeah.
What if that was Rainbow Ball range?
You would have died.
Next level reads. Truly a lord. He also owns a house.
Yeah. Oh, he caught him trying to press something after that whiff button. Oh, no! EX Blanca Ball completely baited here. Piccolo going to put mad damage on him again. Not quite able to finish, but he baits it out again. Clean backdash. Get off me. 2-0 lead for Piccolo.
The actual Warlord strats come into play. EX Blanca Ball back to back doesn't give a damn. All right, I respect it. See
I
now,
like that.
It's gonna give Piccolo. It's gonna allow him to second guess himself. Right? That's the long con. It's not gonna happen. I think he's gonna block it. Just get away. He's gonna be fine.
I like the fact that we're seeing that strategy utilized from Super Silver all the way to Warlord, baby.
yeah.
The double EX reversal.
Listen,
It don't matter what level you play at.
You got to remember your roots.
Yes.
That's what it is. You got to remember your training. Fundamentals.
Nice check on the dash. It's going to grant him a throw afterwards as well. Punish on the Blanca ball.
I was so jaded when I saw that. I was like, I'm just going to sit here and block because I thought V-Trigger 2 was coming. I was traumatized. I saw raw Blanca ball. I'm like, all right, stay there.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, can't do anything about this. Yeah, that's just Griffin Mask hasn't really brought out many raw Blanca balls like that. So definitely surprised. Good on Picaro for realizing it and punishing. Yeah, that was a great counter poke from the Griffin Mask. Oh, converts with the Blanca ball right there. Long distance. Oh, he's staying in front. Damn, it was so much damage. Goes back to the original side after the delayed wake up.
My God.
He's swinging.
Do it again.
Oh no! What in the world? The Blanca ball from that distance does not pay dividends. Picaro punishes cleanly and is on reset point.
In fact, he lost money on his investment. That's crazy. Sell it. Don't hold on to that. That's awful. Don't do it. Oh, jeez! 2 crouch jabs in a fist. That had to be electricity. I don't know. It might have been.
I think you're right. Man, Picaro already a tremendous lead here. Griffin Mask is punished. The Fierce into the scissor kick for the stun after the flames.
I think the Mask isn't looking for win here. He's just here to send a message like a real superhero.
Okay, I
That's
see.
what it is. It's like Blanca can make it to the finals. Listen, I'm rooting for him. I really am. But
Yeah.
you know what? Picaro, I'm becoming a fan even more.
So we saw a 3-0 in winners finals from the Griffin Mask. Now here in grand finals, 3-0 the other way. Picaro resets. And man, that felt like a very short set in just a few minutes. And now we're going to get 0-0, both players in loser side of the bracket. Winner of this next set is that first place finish.
Man, I got to say, the Griffin Mask looking like he's trying to take down some power lines the way he's been driving behind the wheel. He is reckless and dangerous, honestly.
It looks like he doesn't care what he smashes into.
I don't think so.
Houses, children, power poles, it doesn't matter.
He's trying to collect points, my guy. That's what
Yeah.
he's doing. But I tell you what, great reset from Picaro. A lot of information being told on the side of the Griffin Mask and how reckless he wants to be, right? I mean, it does pay off to a certain extent. But in this scenario where the opponent has fully gotten the download, all the information from that last beatdown in the winners finals, I don't know, man. It's something's got to give here. You got to be changing it up. But I wouldn't be surprised if he big brained it and just kept doing it anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah, that's the whole mind game behind something like that, right? It's like either how do you respond to the conditioning? Do you actually make an adjustment and try to alter your strategy to prevent whatever has been working for you? Or do you just be stubborn and keep doing what you're doing in anticipation that the opponent is going to try to adjust to your adjustment?
I'm going to speak to the crowd here. If you all played rock, paper, scissors, tell me you haven't gone rock all the way.
The avalanche.
Yeah. Tell me you haven't gone rock all the way. That's what the Griffin Mask is doing.
You got to do the some of the time, the DJT.
Yeah. Rip stole that strat.
It is a strong strat. I've seen it utilized by many of fighting game players. Trying to mash out of that stun, but he can't do it quick enough. He is going, oh, nice, using the invulnerability of the rainbow ball right there.
Start up the activation route. Universal still managed to clip.
Again, not going to deal with these projectiles, just going to go through it. Plus frames, back throw to push you in the corner. Man, he is going super old school with this block of color.
You can't follow through with that V-reversal.
Man, he's just jumping with these neutral roundhouses. Oh,
Nice.
Jump back jab! Successful, and then get that jump out of here.
Beautifully executed there from Picaro. Man, jump back jab, poking his way out. That was sweet.
Completely controlling that airspace. Beautiful. Griffin Mask has been super on point with that conversion.
Oh, plus counter. Bring him back down. Tons of damage on the board.
Oh no, looks to throw. Try to punch something, but he only got a crouch medium punch. Oh yes, V-Trigger is not available to cancel into just yet. V-reversal, I like that. He waits till he gets to the on the other side as well. Corners him with that V-reversal. He ain't going nowhere. Baits out the EX, but he can cancel it to make it safe.
Not enough of that V-trigger left. Picaro trying to get out of that corner situation. Jump back jab is the way to go. EX scissors when you least expect it. And the low short counter hit. Griffin Mask definitely pressing a button. to his death.
Yeah, and Griffin Mass gave him that bar at the end, right? He started applying some pressure, got a couple of great life hits with the normals, and that put him just with the amount of meter that he needed. And as soon as he got that jump back, EXs it right back in your face. Because even if it's blocked plus frames, you got to guess with what I'm going to come with at you next. And he just didn't actually have to block it at all. He just got hit. So, good result from Piccolo, taking the first game 4 straight on his side now.
Will the villain prevail, or will the Griffin Mask survive the onslaught of the dictator?
Find out right now on CPT Online. Kind of swipe at him again with these stand fierces. Like, now just putting up a wall of normals.
I like the range that Piccolo's just been playing at the entire time against Griffin Mask. He's taking his sweet time closing the gap, or at least within medium kick to fierce range, opening him up with that back throw. Getting some opportunities here for Griffin Mask. The open up from the low forward.
Now make something happen here. Great block on the empty low. View reversal again. Doesn't want to deal with that. Willing to trade it. Oh no, that rainbow ball is not going to net you anything when he's just waiting with that crouch fierce. Oh!
So smart, Wrench. Piccolo is so damn smart, spending the view reversal to eliminate the risk of having to block that V trigger. So consistent. Oh no.
Back throw. Yes, perfect bait out right there. Yes, Piccolo almost guaranteed a Psycho X after the back throw unless they have an invincible reversal. Baited it out perfectly.
More he baits him. I feel like the Piranha are going to jump onto his concept. All the fishing bait necessary.
Ooh, just slightly too early on that crouch fierce.
Jump out of the corner. Yes, sir. And he's going to reset the combo instead, going for the throw.
Oh, what he's going to do now just goes low. EX stomp. Oh, and then
yes,
the other
sir.
side.
Another sequence, just enough. He was saving that one bar, too. He's like, you know what? I know what to do in this scenario. I'm going to juke his ankles and then go for that opening. Eliminate him with the V-trigger and the bar. Piccolo, 2 straight games, 4 straight rounds again.
He smells blood. He's playing like he knows his opponent is desperate. And because of that, he is making all the right decisions in the world. As soon as he got that back throw, I mean, I felt it too, right? Our man, the Griffin Mask, did not want to deal with that Psycho Axe coming. He didn't want to deal with the chip and the gray life that was going to be built on top of that. So he just put out the stand jab.
Whoop.
A lot of the times you see Bison's bait with or stand medium punch because it's purple, like it's Psycho Axe. But I mean, whatever. A normal will get the job done. Movement on the other side will often bait the opponent into action.
I thought, so he did stand jab into Psycho Axe, and I like that because the timing was just slightly off for him to whiff and put himself in prime position for max damage punish. That was super slick. Whereas if he did stand strong and got baited either way, I think he'd have to have some sort of movement adjustment.
Yes.
It would have been a little funky because of how slow Bison is. But man, it was clockwork.
Yeah.
It was so smooth.
It was that many steps ahead, right? Where he was like, all right, this bait is definitely going to work. So I'm going to do something that leaves me at perfect position to punish. So yeah, incredible stuff from Piccolo, bouncing back in this grand finals. Mentioned 5 straight games now, 4 straight rounds.
Round 1.
Man.
I gotta say, I gotta dissect the way it is. If Griffin Mask had just waited a little bit and not done reverse of the XL, that would hurt.
Yes, for sure. So Griffin Mask looking like his back is in the corner. Piccolo has made some incredible adjustments in this matchup. Yeah, has to deal with that +3 rainbow ball. Oh, punishes the electricity at the end there. Good stuff from Piccolo, not getting clipped by it itself.
I gotta commend Griffin Mask for holding it down, though. Continually doing that electricity. Piccolo didn't get a little bit, or a lot of damage on it. 90? What was that? That was like a rainbow ball off the top hat?
Yeah.
Ooh, get off.
Oh, jump back jab again, Piccolo. Constantly going to that. Making sure the opponent doesn't get in for free. Just a lot of good checks. Trying to not let Blanca get this distance where he can play these games. Jumping short works out.
Not the forward throw, good amount of damage as well. Activate. You try to catch him air to air. No, sir. Now with the devil's reverse on deck.
Oh!
Big jump back 2 times over. Damn. It is it. Critical heart.
I love the evolution of Piccolo's spacing. We saw in Winners Finals. Remember when he tried to do that jump back roundhouse and he just got clipped outright? Then the round before this, or a couple rounds before this, he does it and it trades. Now he does it clean punish for the round kill and tournament point.
You know, he spaced it out so well that he was allowed to jump back twice.
Yeah.
My man is big brain.
Oh, I guess the forward throw here after that jump roundhouse. Didn't want to press anything. Rainbow ball, yes. Crouch fierce. Beautiful angle to deal with that move.
Yeah, not fearing the consequences of a whiffed rainbow ball. He's just going to take his time if he sees that. He's not going to risk pressing a button. Jump short! Yeah.
Crucial jump short to stop the approach.
Yo, my man Piccolo is looking real clean and taking one more setup. Back on a forward throw, and that's all she wrote. Yo, Piccolo is your champion for the Latin American Online qualifiers with such ease, man. The way he adapted and took all the games, 6 games straight.
Grand Finals is a 6-0 for Lord Piccolo, the man who we expected to win the tournament at the very beginning. But man, my expectations shifted completely after that Winners Finals. But he shows why he has been one of Latin America and the world's top players for many a years here in Street Fighter V. Bounces back, makes all the adjustments he needs to. The jump back jabs, the crouch fear spacing, the jump back roundhouse spacing. Everything shut that Blanca down and takes first place and all the CPT points he could want.
Think about the adaptations made too, Rich. He did all the homework in between those sets without losing a single game, man.
Yeah.
That is some impressive work from Piccolo, taking it all the way in Grand Finals with that Bison.
I believe 6-0 in terms of rounds in the reset. I can't recall the round count in the very first set, but man, incredible stuff from Piccolo. Again, one of the premier Bisons in the world, and he just showed you why. Coming back from losers, not dropping a single game in Grand Finals, and he's going to be taking that first place CPT prize points. Let me see.
Big congrats to my man Piccolo, and a valiant effort again for the Griffin Mask. He's been so entertaining to watch overall. We really appreciate anybody coming out the woodwork with characters like Blanca and really putting them on the map. And we hope to see guys like the Griffin Mask take this lesson and kind of move forward with it going into the bigger tournaments happening. Pretty much, we're at the halfway mark. We're just about to hit EVO next weekend, right?
EVO, which is like the super premiere, one of the super premieres for the CPT.
Super premiere.
A
New
whole
to the CPT. A grip of points. No, you're actually entered into the Capcom Cup if you win it.
Yeah, a whole lot of points on the line, or yeah, just like a straight up qualification for Capcom Cup itself. Incredible stuff from everybody here today, as well as just everybody that's been participating in the CPT in general. It's been a great season so far. And we got the ranking points. Here we go. That's what I was looking for.
So
first
200
place.
points for first.
Yeah. And then the Super Premier placing. So you get 1,000 points if you win EVO next weekend. So that's going to be definitely one to tune in. All the elite Street Fighter V players, all the elite fighting game players, period, from around the world will be gathering in Las Vegas, Nevada next week for EVO, the Championship Series, the biggest tournament in the world for fighting games. And we're going to see who takes first place in that and secures themselves pretty much a spot at Capcom Cup.
Yeah, you know it. In the meantime, we do appreciate each and every one of you for taking your time out to watch not only us, but also the EU online qualifiers as well that took place earlier today. And again, we hope to see you guys, each and every one of you, at EVO next weekend. We hope you guys have a safe week until then. Take care.